for the first time in a long time, and our night in America is headed to the northeast of Watkins Glen, the Finger Lakes region of the United States. This 7-turn road course was a staple in late 2022 when road courses started popping up all over the schedule in this community. But it's been a while since we've been back, and with NASCAR moving into the playoffs and this being the only stream of the week, it seemed to be fit to go racing around this track. From the carousel to the short chutes to the famous bus stop down the backstretch. I'm Jonathan Ramos, the voice of NR, as we get ready to kick off 4 races here tonight with the first round here in New York. It's always exciting to head out here. We've had great races in the past with the Truck Series, the Gen 6, the Xfinity Series, and best well known for the Next-Gens. We haven't been here in quite a while. Last time we came here, they had a rear diffuser. Now there is no diffuser on this racing package. You can see Dylan Bason's machine work his way down the back. Clark, one of the drivers looking to tame the beast as well. Jackson Carr, the number 6, has worked his way through the S's. But what keeps us coming back to this style of racing, to this racetrack? Is it the great racing? Is it the fact that we get great car counts? Or do the drivers love it as much as others may not? Well, honestly, it's a mix of everything, because what we do here is very interesting. 1 second will be super speedway racing, then we'll go short track racing. Watkins Glen has always been a staple on the road course side due to everything that was previously reiterated. Herbert Solomon, Braden Mummick, they're on the scene as well. You got Bryce Benton, Marty Shamela. Anthony Burrows has joined in for the swing. Max Swearigan in as well, with Michael Mitchum, Joey Beck, Miranda Rose, and Andres Suarez. Jackson Byes and so many others making up the 40-car field that you will see. We're currently under qualifying. Michael Mitchum, the next one to hit to the racetrack, works his way down the bus stop after rolling his way through 1 and 2 of the S's. And then that hard carousel, that right-hander. This is where we've seen a driver make a big move for even a possible win. The drivers lose it. That carousel, that winding turn, you got to be very consistent on the throttle. You got to be patient before dumping it into the left-hander. The shoot of 6 and 7. This is make or break time. We've seen the bump and run work. We've seen it not work. We've seen drivers full send it, get the right sides in the grass, and somehow third place ended up getting the win. That's what makes this track so interesting. You really don't know what you're going to get. We've had races where it was caution after caution, and then a long green flag run. Or how about a long green flag run that just seemed to never end? We've had some of those as well. A caution-free race. We've also had it where the leader was ahead by 7 seconds. Second place with about 15 laps to go, made up all that time to find victory lane. So you're gonna get a mix of everything, and that's why I love going to the tracks like you see here. Matter of fact, that's why we like going to the tracks of Monza Oval, Kansas, and Auto Club, because guess what? That's what's next on the schedule. ARCA Monza Oval, that is the ARCA Gen 4. They have a setup for that car track combo. Xfinity Kansas never ceases to amaze us, and we are really excited to see what Xfinity can do as we head to the Heartland. And then Gen 6 Auto Club, we know we always get a great car count there. We know that drivers love Auto Club. The Gen 6 will make for tight racing. Less than a minute 30 remaining. We say hello to everyone that has filed on in. Eric W., Whirlin, Digital Cam Creeper, with Scott Kazan, and so many others as we get ready to go green flag racing in less than a minute. Set the grid, shall we say. Lane Sanders leads up to the 24 spot. No time just yet out of William Schmidt. Let's ride on board. And this is a perfect view of that carousel, how you have to take so much time. You have to be patient before slamming back on the throttle. Back into turn 6 and 7. Trying to grab the humps, trying to grab the rumble strips. William Schmidt has been victorious at Watkins Glen in the past. One of the reasons why we call him the closer, because he got it done very late in the race, not so long ago. Burrows to 11th. Schmidt to 16th. Riding on with Braden Movick. Left side of your screen. Did he get there in time? He did not. Movick will start 33rd. Perchatsky 34th. Jacob Brown 35th. And those are the drivers that did not set a time. Welcome to upstate New York. Welcome to Watkins Glen International. I'm John Ramos as we'll get ready to take you the rest of the way of this journey. If we do hit 300 likes, which we did in that last stream, we will see a race 5. Just 30 laps to take you all the way through this first race. Everyone else gritting up as they get ready to go green. We'll see the one to go this time by, so that means next time we work our way around this racetrack, we'll be going full saw down into turn 1. Let's talk about it. Turn 1 has been tough. It's been nerve-wracking for others. It's been interesting to see who can put down the throttle the best and who can brace for what could be a shove in the rear. Now, Sean Conklin has been great with the next gens in times past. So has Daniel Mosteller, Dylan Basin, and Ada Walker. Matter of fact, this top 4, not surprising. What could be surprising is Max Steinmeier sitting there in 5th. Because let's be honest, Max Steinmeier not known for being the greatest qualifier, getting most of his work done on the big 2-mile ovals like most of the PBR guys. But a top 5 starting spot, something to watch. Michael Mitchum back there in 6th. Not a surprise. He always has a top 10 competing machine with the next gen. Expect the 38 to move forward with River Page and Yahir Rodriguez. Andrew Cudi and Max Swearigan being that top 10. Lining up. Getting ready to go green, right side of your screen. Track temp, it's hot. 100 degrees with humidity at the 38% mark. The track temperature in that triple digits. Will it stay there long term? Only time will be able to tell. As we will be working our way into dusk, but it's not a long race. That's one thing you have to take an eye out for. This race could be quick, it could be long, it could be grueling. It all depends on how the cautions fly, if we get them. Let's get it. Cars getting ready to roll off the grid as we'll go green from Watkins Glen. Aiden Walker. James Thurston will be starting from the 12th position. Very deep. Just outside the top 10. You may be saying, is that deep? This is a 40-car field. Turn 1. You want to be in the right place at the right time. You just never know what's going to happen. Let's go ahead and say those magical words. God, speed, drivers. You are go for throttle up. Cars lined up, working their way through the S's. Chevy, Toyota front row. If you've been with us recently, you know the storylines. Yes, Ford won 7 in a row, but they've been bleak ever since. Toyota has taken up the reins with Chevrolet. It's no surprise here, Mosteller on the front row with his next-gen Chevrolet. The last time he won a next-gen road course race, he got it done by about 15 seconds. That was at the Roval. Keep an eye on him. If you see the 87, get out in front. It may be tough to stop what's headed forward. Cars rolling their way to the bus stop. They'll hit the carousel into turn 5 before that long straight into 6 and 7. "20 drivers shown on the left side of your screen of the 40 that are ready to take reign. Sean Conklin, 54, multiple wins in the next gen, looking at another one to the resume. Daniel Mosteller, the Chevrolet on the inside with the Michael Ford Camaro. As they line up 2 by 2 and ready for the start. Pace car will make the hard ride onto pit road. Some love the starts of races. It gets them excited for what's to come for the drivers. This will be the most worrisome lap on the most worrisome corner. You can't win a race on lap 1, turn 1, but you can for sure lose it. 30 laps, the scheduled distance. Let's light the fuse from Watkins Glen International. Three wide, River Page on the inside. 3 wide for the lead, gives Sean Conklin the edge. Dylan Basin goes around. Slams the inside tire barrier. Fight for second up through the S's. Walker, River Page will be third and fourth. Now they're wrecking. Blanker Byram, Anthony Burrows. Caution will wave right away. Alexander Balderas, Braden Mubig with damage. And it just didn't seem to take long for things to not go the right way. Well, you could throw the poll out the window. 73% saying no, we would not get a caution-free race at Watkins Glen. And for the first race of the night in a row for Anthony Burrows, he will be taken out in an incident as he couldn't make his way through the S's. Let's watch back on the start. There's more issues towards the back. This is on the nose of the 42. There's Lane Sanders, Landon Gentry, the 33. And you can see smoke in the distance. That was with the Anthony Burrows 2. The 6 of Jackson Carr going for a loop. And at that moment, the caution had a wave. Let's watch back again. And definitely started with Jackson Carr, and it looks to be Joey back. How about the start? The big thing is drivers want to make up as many spots as possible when they're all clumped together, because it gets tougher to make those 2-car moves, 3-car moves, splitting the gap, splitting them in on a road course when you get 4 or 5 laps in. It all looked like a game of roulette. 4 wide, 5 wide, Anthony Burrows. Max Swearinger went for a loop. And you'll see it right here. Watch the 77, Joey Beck coming down on Jackson Carr. And then there was just nowhere to go. Joey Beck will be given an L1 penalty for his incident in the bus stop. We still have a lot to look through because there was the impending wreck behind. This will be with Kyle Petrie. Watch again. Matter of fact, go a little bit farther back. Oh, they had the accordion effect. And this was just behind the 4-5 wide move. Here's Balderas. He locks him up. Max Swearinger goes around, and it looks to be at least 3 or 4 different sparks to get the fire rolling. So the caution is out for the first time. 28 laps to go. River Page, Michael Mitchum, Daniel Mosteller all lining back through. They'll get the 1 to go this time by. It'll be Conklin on the bottom, Mosteller on the outside. That's how they'll roll back through turn 1. Looking further in the field, the only car out of this race now is the Anthony Burrows 2. Connor Gray, Jackson Carr, Neil Mahone. Mahone was on pit road. Jackson by, still in his stall. And you have Garrett Lucas, Kyle Petrie, Bryce Benton, Joey Beck, who will be starting from the tail end of the longest line. They'll line up 2 by 2 and get ready for the restart. 28 laps to go. Will be 27 from Watkins Glen. If you're just joining on in, we say hello and welcome. You missed what happened in turn 1 on the opening lap of this race. But once you get things going at Watkins Glen, it's hard to get them to stop. Restarting with a handful of laps left to go. Beautiful crowd on this Tuesday night edition. I want to say thank you to the support of NR Night in America, including as of recent, great crowd coming in for that Friday night edition. If you want to see more great racing action, feel free to subscribe, notifications on, because guess what? 300 likes, we'll get a 5th race, and you, the viewers, get to vote. Ask the viewers on Friday night how fun it was watching those races that were late into the night. Time to go back green. Sean Conklin gives a big old sigh. I got to do it again. Daniel Mosteller, another one. I would bet isn't happy. They have to go back 2x2 into turn 1. Conklin on the bottom, Mosteller on the outside, River Page on the outside with the 87, Aiden Walker, the 93, lined up with the 54. Matt Green from Watkins Glen. Three wide, 6, 7 rows deep. Mostly through unscathed. William Schmidt in the guardrail. Loses multiple spots, uphill through the S's. The 9 of Andrew Cooney under fire from the 93, Yahir Rodriguez. Sean Conklin sneaks through the race leader. First time to the bus stop. Most going quick. Michael Mitchum, Marty Shamela going through the grass. David Joyner, Braden Movick. Movick into Sanders. Can't seem to find a way through. Shamela loose on the outside. David Joyner, now Movick's in the grass. Comes back across in front of the field. Parks it to the bottom. No caution waving just yet, with it being deep in the field and full of drivers trying to just ice skate their way through. We stay green. Sean Conklin, race leader. Braden Movick out of the race at Watkins Glen. I think it started with David Joyner. Check, that was not David Joyner. It may have been. We're looking at it now. That of Rodriguez. Yes, it is, as he is now back in the 18th position. Walker back to 3rd, Mitchum back to 4th. River Page on the hunt for Max Steinmeier. Steinmeier, the San Francisco Giants fan, to the back end of River Page. That's Toyota versus Ford, back to the shoot of 6 and 7. Page, the switchback to the inside. That of Michael Mitchum. No news. Field spreading out. Top 2 separated by 7/10. Aiden Walker back by a 2.5. And on a road course, that's not really a big deal, because the tides are going to turn. They always turn, including here at Watkins Glen. Mosteller can be 8/10 back, but with 3 to go, 2 to go, he'll be right on the bumper of Sean Conklin. And it's honestly been like that in times past, where one driver will get this great stride, things will be going his way, but you can be quick on one end of the speedway and very slow on the other. Mosteller can be the best in the bus stop, but Conklin could be the best in the carousel. And then Mosteller can be better in 6 and 7, where Conklin is better in turn 1. But when you have the race go on and things start becoming about consistency and making the least amount of mistakes and finding speed, that's where you realize, oh, these mistakes, there's a lot more to overcome. But with there being a lot more to overcome, there's also a lot more that you can take away from it. Here's Max Steinmeier with Andrew Cooney. Mitchum, 38, Steinmeier, top end, Toyota on Toyota. Mitchum out brakes, down into turn 1. See Andrew Cooney getting loose on the bottom. Thurston now next in line for that Bruin Chevrolet. Look at the damage on the floor. This is all caused due to incidents on these restarts. Walker in third. Mosteller has now made up time. You look at the lap for lap. He was closing since lap 5, just barely. But within this lap, heading into lap number 7, has made up at least a full 10th to Sean Conklin. Now Conklin's got Clark in front of him. Most continues to help with the stride for stride. Aiden Walker back there in third. River Page back and forth. Here's the fight for 5th. Steinmeier versus Mitchum. Toyota on Toyota. Ooh, thought about the lunge to the bottom. Wants to work the long way around. Won't be able to. 23 laps to go. One caution in the books. If you're just joining on in, we say hello. We say welcome as 40 drivers have worked their way around the twists and turns of the Finger Lakes region up there in New York. Watkins Glen International. It's been interesting. We've had a couple incidents, we've had a couple changes, but now that the pacing is coming in, traffic is becoming a little bit of an issue, and you realize, oh, it is rush hour. Chevy Toyota, that is the top 2. Aiden Walker back there in third, back in a bow tie. The nearest Ford in 4th with the River Page machine. Then it's the clog jam with 4 machines apiece. James Thurston finding his way around Andrew Cootie. Josh Kenyon, William Schmidt, that's a fight for position. Kenyon, the New York native. On the inside, toe-to-toe. Looking for what he can get. Schmidt, the late break into 7. Should lock in the position, and he does. David Joyner, Marty Shamela, and you got Justin Connor with Bryce Benton. Ball by Carter, Mahone. Joseph Goff has got Jackson Byes. This is the fight for 17th. Behind them, Max Swearengin with Keith Ingram, Joey back in Ingram, toe-to-toe. Miranda Rose coming into view. And these are drivers that were involved in early incidents, most notably with the Braden Mubbock machine going around. A lot of them did not get a yellow for it. There's Connor Gray. Soon to be in view, Sean Conklin. And that's how spread out things can get. We're just looking at that turn 1 camera all the way down this front stretch. And Conklin, give it less than 10 seconds later, is on the scene. Mosteller has yet to make up the move. There's Michael Mitchum. Now with James Thurston going toe-to-toe. Thurston will break up the Toyota convoy. Sneaks through 1. Not able to get to the 2nd. Max Steinmeier in 5th. Have a day. 21 laps remaining from Watkins Glen. Nearly a full second, the difference between the top 2. I think Mose is losing a lot of time in that bus stop. That is where he has been at his worst. He was gaining time, then struggled there in lap 8, started getting it back in lap 9. Here he is, 9/10 back, nearly a full second back to Sean Conklin. With Aiden Walker back there in 3rd, River Page back and 4th. Still mostly stride for stride, trying to keep up with the drivers in the top 2. Thurston up to 6. Different entry point, different exit point as well with Max Steinmeier. Steinmeier able to get the drive off exit. Keep his Toyota out in front. We stay green. Just one caution in the books, and that's what was one of the big talking points. Will we get a caution-free race? Honestly, if he didn't get the yellow to start off, we could have seen one. Nathan Walker completely missing the bus stop. Allowing River Page to close in the fight for third. Trying to get something to work, trying to get something to move. Lap machine on the outside. Mosteller losing a whole lot of time. Now back to a second and change. Walker, Page, then you got Steinmeier, then you got Thurston, then you got Andrew Cootie with Michael Mitchum. Cootie used to be racing, most notably races on the super speedways, but he actually has a dirt win in NR Night in America. That came from Eldora. Nobody, and I mean not a single soul, I think saw it coming. I don't think Andrew Cootie saw it coming. When he was able to get out in front, it was tough to see anything different. Most making up time, that's in Sector 2. Now a second back to Sean Conklin. The lap traffic's going to be interesting. You got Gray, you got Varez in front of this Toyota. You look back to the third position, Aiden Walker, River Page. $19 will be 18 laps to go. Page into the softball. Thurston still fighting. He has not been able to break through the Matt Steinmeier machine, and from what we see, Conklin way better in that final sector of the racetrack than that of Mosteller. Most will gain all this time coming through the bus stop, exiting the carousel, but Conklin is so strong all the way from turn 6 to turn 7. That's where Most finds his weakest link. Look at how aggressive Conklin is on entry versus Most. Most goes over. It's like speed bump Sam, and he's just full throttling through. 18 laps to go from Watkins Glen, and there's the mistake. Conklin slides off the carousel. Mosteller able to make up some type of time, but not the big difference some were hoping for. Walker, Page, Max Steinmeier. Max Steinmeier with James Thurston, Andrew Cootie with Michael Mitchum. Back under fire, there's James Thurston. James has been able to get to him, but once again has not been able to pass him. It continues to be the big shift. Thurston into turn 1. And now reports are coming in, at least from the data that we were getting, Sean Conklin better in turn 1 than Mosteller. And now that's where Most is losing most of his time. Walker, River Page, they have not been able to go toe-to-toe. One spinning Michael Mitchum. Coming down off the S's. Everyone goes to avoid. We stay green. Wow. And that's a ton of damage, and it actually started with Andrew Cootie. And they will throw the yellow for it. Andrew Cootie went around, Michael Mitchum involved. And it will show the caution flag. Watch again. Here's Cootie in the 9. At first there wasn't going to be a yellow. The two drivers up inside the top 10. Mainly for internet. Cootie completely misses turn 1. Gets into the guardrail, goes sideways. He tries to alt F4 here, but it still counts as an impact. to the Michael Mitchum machine. Now, if Mitchum did not get ran into, this would not be a caution. It looked to be a single car spin out of Mitchum. Well, with us finding out it was Andrew Cootie, it's enough to throw the yellow for the second time. And oh, did it change the shift on the poles. Cootie sees the mistake, does not want the caution to be thrown. It's into the guardrail. And around he goes. So the caution is out now for the second time in this race. Pit road, it's going to be wide open. Conklin, Mosteller, Walker, River Page. And that's the thing about this track. If you can keep your nose clean and we get a late race restart, you are going to pounce on positions. Nobody going in just yet. Make it just a James Thurston machine, and he's going to bail out in the last moment. So we'll have a restart with 14 laps to go. Heard from drivers. They said tires won't mean much in this race with just how things are. It's going to be just about straight up speed. And no one has been quicker than that of Sean Conklin. Restart looming. With what will be 14 to go. Max Swearengin is in. Carter is in. Petrie is in. Lane Sanders. Let's get ready to go green. Will this be about track position, or will this be a fight to the finish? I still think Conklin's the fastest car on the track. If most can get out in front of him, I don't think it's all over. But the 54 gets cleared by maybe a car length and completes the first lap in the first position. It's going to be tough to run him down. Late race yellows. They've happened before the next gen. The most historic one was with Braden Mummick through the bus stop. And oh boy, did the chat get into it. What's the call? What's the game plan? Toyota on the outside, Chevrolet on the bottom. Chevrolet lined up with Ford. That's back in row number 2. Let's get ready to tool back again. 14 to go from Watkins Glen. Conklin clears. Walker inside, toe-to-toe there with Mosteller. Most gets cleared in a second. Walker under fire, that's River Page. Page looking for a move. Schmidt in the grass. Inside of Josh Kenny and Max Steinmeier losing spots. Steinmeier back to 7th, was on track for a top 5 before the yellow. Most is less than 4/10, maybe near less than 3. To the back bumper of Sean Conklin. 13 laps to go from the Glen. Drive into one. Doesn't use the bumper. Page to Walker. Looks to the inside after looking to the outside. Will now pull alongside the Aiden Walker 93. Fight for third. Oh, just barely got it in entry. Commits to the line on the bottom. Holds it through the carousel. River Page up to third. Walker back to fourth. Thurston into fifth. William Schmidt under fire. That's from Max Steinmeier. If Mose is going to make a move, he's going to have to do it soon. And can he best Sean Conklin down into turn one? 12 to go. (2.9), 2.8 the difference. Looking, wondering, can't get him on that end of the speedway. There's Thurston. There's William Schmidt. Walker, River Page. The big move just a lap earlier to put River Page into third. Has Walker now defending on a wounded James Thurston. And Thurston's always been good here. He's got multiple wins at Watkins Glen. The only issue has been how he's been having to move through this field. Started 12th, as low as 14th after a couple incidents. Now finds himself in the 5th position. Steinmeier up to 6th. One spot out from getting a top 5. I think that would have been a huge goal for him, including before the yellow came out. 12 to go from the Glen. Trouble, one inside wall. That may have been David Joyner. Single car incident away from the leaders. We stay green. And he's going to have to tow. Stellar, half a second to Sean Conklin. He's going to need a mistake out of that 54. And I just don't think it's going to happen. Conklin's been so good on multiple ends of the speedway. He's been strong. He's been consistent. His issue still has been the exit at turn 5. That carousel has eaten him up multiple times. Matter of fact, look at what the rest of the field does, how wide they go behind him. That was James Thurston. Trying to use all the momentum. What will be lost, and Max Steinmeier will be all over the back end of him. If Mose can close to just enough off turn 5, he will have a shot at Conklin. He needs one more mistake out of the Toyota with 10 laps to go. He's well within the draft right here. He's about a car length back. He has to match Conklin through the S's. He has to best him in the bus stop and wait for the mistake off turn 5. Better than Conklin. Down off the S's. Faster than Conklin through the bus stop. Mistake out of the 54. Got the right sides into the grass. Do we see the switch? Conklin, best run off turn 5 he has had all race. And just when things went perfect for the 87. Conklin didn't show his cards, no mistake. Steinmeier up the 5th, finds his way around James Thurston. Has a fast enough piece to catch the Aiden Walker machine. Steinmeier looking to leapfrog into 4th with now 9 laps remaining. Watching with the leaders. Gear, grab a gear. And all eyes are on the left side intervals. What can most do? 3-8 back. 3-7 back. Look at a late break. Down into the bus stop. And the time he just made up off exit. And where he positions his car in turn 5 is so good, it's so strong. But what Conklin does is he gets a little bit higher to give up all that room, all that speed to the center of 5 to get a launch off and into turn 6. And it's great. The problem is that's where he gets loose. So there is a risk versus reward. It's something to keep an eye on with 8 laps to go. One car high, that is lap traffic. River Page finds his way through. James Thurston caught dead toe-to-toe. 8 remaining from Watkins Glen. Riding on board with the 87. If you look at the poll, 44% say Mosteller's going to win. 31% say Conklin. 25% say other. Four back. Comes back to 3. These are live intervals. There is no difference. And I'm going to wait to see what the influx is. And the big question is going to be, does Mose use the bumper with a lap remaining if he can get to him? Slides the rears. If he's within 3/10 of Conklin heading into turn 7, he will have a shot at him. But this will be with 7 laps to go. There's River Page, there's Aiden Walker, Max Steinmeier, a struggling James Thurston, with William Schmidt off in the distance. Mack with Walker. Been about even. No real change on time between 4th and 5th. River Page, nearly 5 seconds back to the top 2. Oh, he got the guardrail. Mosteller nailed it with the right side. Is it going to stick? You heard it. Does it register? You can see a little bulge on the right side. Oh, for sure, that's going to impact them. Or maybe not. I don't think iRacing is going to register the hit. I don't think so, but you heard it. We all heard it at the same time. iRacing does not register the hit for Daniel Mosteller. Here's the fight for 3rd. Walker and Page. Walker bails out. 6 to go. Well, at least we know how far you can go to the guardrail on the entry to the bus stop. Let's watch again. The good news is he's not leading with his eyes. He's watching, he's waiting, he's seeing what could change, if anything. No mistakes out of Sean Conklin off the carousel. Will be 5 laps to go this time by. There's River Page. Fights it through the grass. Aiden Walker. Steinmeier in 5th. Still no change between Thurston and Schmidt. 5 to go from the Glen. Sean Conklin was best there in practice, was best in qualifying, shown to be the best as the race continues to loom. Watkins Glen will be this week with the NASCAR Xfinity Series, the NASCAR Cup Series. But for Enter Night in America, Tuesday night is the edition we'll see. Conklin continues to fight. Heath Ingram dead ahead of him. Will be 4 to go in the race. Gets through the Ingram 01, no issues. Gave an advantage point to Mosteller just for 6 and 7. Aiden Walker is back all over River Page. The fight for third will come between 3 drivers sitting 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Walker inside. Steinmeier watching. Looking for his best finish on a road course. Ooh, Page loose on the strips. Walker laying right with him. Page into Steinmeier. Steinmeier goes off. Gets back on the racetrack now with James Thurston. 4 drivers under a blanket to see if they can finish in the podium position. Walker topside. Will have the advantage to turn 6 on the bottom. Page trying to squeeze. Three to go. Thurston back into 5th, Steinmeier into 6th. Page locks up. So does Walker. Walker goes wide. River Page takes the 3rd spot right back. Now the 93 under heat from the Ford. Thurston with Steinmeier. Steinmeier on peak to the bottom. Trying what he can. Page saw the flag, was able to defend, but still made contact with Max Steinmeier. The question is, if Steinmeier gets back to him, what does he do? Two to go will be this time by for Sean Conklin. The fight still for 3rd, most notably for 4th, as they nearly look 3 wide. Walker on the bottom, Thurston on the outside. 2 remaining from the Glen. He's got something rolling. Thurston outside. Walker being forced. Thurston with the wounded race car will be fighting for the 3rd position. Ford on Ford for P3. From the long way around to the inside. Forces Page wide. Walker sneaks through to take both spots. 3 wide now for the 3rd, 4th, make it 5th position. Sean Conklin will come off turn 7 to see the white flag. Santa Blanca, 1 to go from the Glen. Who gets the podium spot? Now can James catch up to Aiden Walker and maybe, just maybe, make a move? Or what does Steinmeier do without a River Page? Steinmeier had a thought. Couldn't hold on to it long. Page inside. Will be outside of the bus stop. Steinmeier downstairs gets squeezed. The cat and mouse move. Sean Conklin with an amazing race, an amazing drive, absolutely dominated from practice to qualifying into the full feature race. He will see the checkered flag off turn 7 as Sean Conklin goes victorious from Watkins Glen. Mosteller second, the fight for third. James Thurston through the grass won't be enough. Walker P3, Thurston goes fourth. Steinmeier, Page goes 5th, Steinmeier 6th, with William Schmidt finishing in the 7th position. Well, it got exciting for the fights from 3rd on back. Walker will hold on to a podium spot, and that will complete the first race of 4 that is guaranteed tonight. Watkins Glen ends under a checkered flag, and our night in America feeling victories all year long. Sean Conklin victorious. Fun ride, fun roll. And then we go across the ocean, across the sea, over there to Italy. And that's where the excitement is ready to loom as we'll go oval racing with the Gen 4 ARCA car at the Monza Oval. Sean Conklin will burn it down. We'll get ready to talk to the race winner. As Watkins Glen will see the checkered flag. It was a fun fight from 3rd on back. I mean, couldn't really ask for more from how exciting it was. And our night in America feeling victories all year long. Conklin burns it down. As we get ready to speak to him. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We are ready for that second race. As things get ready to roll, let's go talk to Mosteller. Before the interviews to come. Mosteller is a hard-fought B2. What else did you really need?
Well, the dirty air, it was so bad in the S's, and that's where I really lost all of my time, and that, really being in the dirty air in the S's, kind of cooked my front tires up, and I knew this from the start, and I knew it was going to be a challenge passing him because Conklin's really fast, and arguably he's way faster than me on these road courses. So I had some confidence that I was able to keep up with him there. But yeah, as I said, the dirty air was too much in the S's. That's where I lost all my time, and then I would try harder to gain more time throughout the lap, and ultimately with 2 or 3 to go, I just started pushing a little too hard, and I ultimately slipped back.
Wow. Well, that's one race under the belt. Are you excited for the second one?
Yeah. I pulled my best Tony Stewart flu race impression there. I was pretty surprised I was able to have a good pace there, and kind of wish I was ahead. I think if I was ahead, I could have pulled away, but I felt like on the first few laps after a restart, we were pretty similar pace, but once we got laps on the tires, we just started to pull away there.
Wow. We're excited to see what's next. Congratulations, P2.
Yep.
And then we got a race winner, Sean Conklin. Conklin, congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, you're fastest all around. A couple cautions coming out. What more did you just have over Mosteller?
Feel like I was able to get that long run down more. Feel like those first few couple laps, you get the car behind gets dirty air, and you also get an effect from being the car in clean air, making you a little bit looser from the car behind. So you just kind of have to deal with that for a few laps, get through it, and then on the long run we were able to pull away. And yeah, those cautions didn't really help us, but we were able to get back in the rhythm pretty quickly after them. So yeah, good race.
It very much was. The interesting part was how you were just able to stay ahead, really, of everybody throughout all the incidents that occurred. You know, what did you pick up in qualifying and practice that others probably couldn't?
Definitely a lot of running open here is definitely what helped. Been running open throughout the week and doing pretty good with Ryko performance, so we were able to use that practice here. It was hard to adjust to the fixed setup, I'm going to be honest. It was a lot harder to drive and very, very different. So that took a little bit of time to adjust to, and to be honest, I was still adjusting to it in the race, so definitely made some mistakes throughout the race that kind of cost us a little bit of time, but we were able to hold on and take the win.
Very exciting indeed. We're heading to the second race, Monza Oval. They said they have a setup for the ones that are wondering. Still looking for said setup as we get ready to roll on out. Have you used that car before at Monza?
I have not. The ARCA car? No.
No, okay. Well, we're excited to see what we have coming forward. And we are still looking for, they said it is the ARCA Gen 4. What's your favorite car at Monza Oval?
Favorite car? Probably the 80. The 87s are a little too loose. I don't know. Something that you can like actually bump draft in and not die in the corners. Like something stable, like a Gen 6 or a Next Gen. Xfinity, I feel like would be a little tight. Trucks might work. Who knows? I don't know. I haven't really done much Monza Oval, but I think a Gen 6 would be good.
And I think there may have been a mix-up. They probably confused Nashville Oval with Monza Oval. So we're going to have to use the Talladega set, which is totally fine. That'll be pretty interesting to see how that rolls from here out. And yep, that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do the Talladega Oval. Well, congratulations on your win. We will continue to monitor what you're able to do from here on out.
Thank you.
That's Sean Conklin, ladies and gentlemen. He won the first race. Schmidt, you raced really in the middle of the pack most of the event, but you weren't able to come through at the end. It got really dicey. What happened there? And we can't seem to hear William. Oh, that's why we couldn't hear William Schmidt. Continue. We got you now.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Whole lot of dirty air. Couldn't really do all that much there. As well as there just really wasn't any tire wear. I don't know what iRacing did with the next gen on the road courses, but it's like tire wear just means absolutely nothing. So everybody's just hauling ass the entire time.
Is this new? Like a brand new thing, or?
No, the next gen's always been like that. I don't know why it's just the next gen, but like every other car on road courses is tire wear. For some reason, the next gen doesn't. I don't know what's up with that.
Well, we're heading to more races tonight. Monza Oval, have you done it with that car before? Yes, no, maybe so?
I've recently done it with the Xfinity car, and that was a lot of fun. But with the Gen 4 or ARCA Gen 4, I can't say I have.
Well, we are loading into it right now. What's your go-to track on this schedule that you've been able to see?
Like my favorite of the four?
Yeah.
Xfinity Kansas. I
Really?
absolutely love the Xfinity cars at mile
See,
and a
that's
half.
interesting
They're
because
so much
some
fun.
don't like Xfinity Kansas. I'm pretty sure people are going to ask for me to do it in the day instead of a night race.
Yes, please do it in the day.
So what's the difference between the day version and the night version?
With the night version, obviously the temps are a little bit hotter, so you're going to be a little bit more loose. A couple more lines are going to be working, but if you do it at night, it's going to get really tight. The bottom won't really work as well, and as a result, it's just going to be a train on the top the entire time.
Well, that's fun indeed. I know we're heading to... Yes, we are also heading to Auto Club. You've been a fan of Auto Club. I know we're using the Gen 6, though, and for some that is cool because the racing will be tight. We'll probably see a lot of passing, but for your style of racing, it's just a little bit different.
Yeah, I mean, I tend to refer to the Gen 6 on like the 550 package. I refer to it as a pseudo super speedway package. But yeah, I'm not really huge fans of that. But regardless, I like autoclip, so I'm obviously going to show up. It's my home track that is now a giant dirt mound. That sucks. But yeah, I mean, I love autoclip.
The short track is still supposed to happen. Would you go to it?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's definitely behind schedule, so I don't know when they, actually plan on getting it done, but hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon, indeed. So I got to ask them, what is your favorite car on this service as we continue to roll into the second race?
That is actually a good question. I haven't really thought of that, but
because you talk highly of the Xfinity car, or what
that is true.
You guys call it the B car because it's the one that is ran in B class. But there's got to be something else out there, including if it's not on the oval side.
I mean, if I'm gonna drag another one from the oval side, I would say the Gen 4. I love the Gen 4. I like that you can kind of fling the rear end out a little bit.
Right.
But I would say if I had a favorite that wasn't an oval specific car and NASCAR branded, I would honestly probably say I would also say the Lucas Oil Pro trucks, the rally trucks. I absolutely love those. They're a lot of fun. Really? Yeah. I haven't done them recently. Yeah, I haven't done them recently, but they are a lot of fun. I would highly recommend doing it.
Thank you, Gary. I did get a haircut as of yesterday, so the hair was terrible in the last stream. Woo! I was trying to time it with the TV-only broadcast I have coming up in person, and yeah, I think I waited just a little bit too long. As I look back in the last stream, I was like, whoa! Something needed to change. Well, we're excited to get going. We're excited to roll with it. Is there a car track coming with the next gen you like? Because you've been very vocal that you're not a fan of the next-gen stock car on iRacing.
Yeah, that is true. I do not like the next-gen at all, but honestly, the one time that I think I did enjoy racing the next-gen, and I know a lot of people are gonna raise some eyebrows at this, was on dirt. Dirt Bristol,
really?
A year and a half ago.
Didn't we do it also at Eldora? No, that was the Gen 6 in the ring.
Yeah, that was the Gen 6. But yeah, I mean, on dirt was probably the one time that I did truly enjoy racing it, mainly because I liked half the race. But yeah, wow. I mean, I like stock cars on dirt. They're really underrated. They're a lot of fun. And the next gen, I would honestly say it's probably the most fun I've had in the next gen.
Heck yeah, we're getting ready to roll into the next race here tonight. A couple minutes left. We're all loading on in. Session going up in just a moment. Are you joining the Monza race?
Yeah, of course.
I think you like the Monza Oval. Everyone's worried about the Monza Oval. We all know turn one is a little bit tricky, to say the least. And this is a 30-lap race, so hopefully it goes the way we expect it to. Schmidt, want to say thank you for coming on in. We'll continue to talk with drivers for everyone that's listening about as we get ready to head trackside and line up for the second race of the night. Let's continue to hear from other drivers. Lane Sanders, John Ramos, you got a copy? Lane Sanders, John Ramos, you have a copy? And Lane is nowhere to be found. We'll continue to search around. I saw Max Swearigan is in the session. Max, this is John. You got a copy?
Hi, hello. How's it going?
Well, it's time to go Monza Oval Racing, and this track's a little bit different. It's not truly a super speedway, but it can act like a super speedway if you know how you're going to be able to use it. Wow, these templates are kind of destroyed. Oh no, Moses has Bear Bond on the car. Okay, it's cool to see.
Oh no.
That worried me. I was like, wow, that's not what we want to see. Out of all the car track combos tonight, which one are you the most excited to see?
The fourth one, but I can't do the fourth one because of my bedtime for work.
Yikes.
Yeah, but this one's my second favorite. The previous race kind of sucked little booty cheeks. I'm not going to lie. That's just me, though.
Did you wreck out?
I know, I finished 8th. Hold up. I have someone calling. Hey, Abby, I'm in the middle of an interview right now. Can you give me a minute? Anyways, what's up?
Tries to play it off.
Yeah, everyone trying to play anything
trying to completely play it off.
No, but yeah, this one I was kind of more excited for because I was more looking forward just to run the Arctic car again. It's been a while. So, yeah, this is the one I've been looking forward to.
Let's take a look at the speeds. They're still hauling with the reduced horsepower of 195 on their own. So it's going to be a very quick...
I'm going 203, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a very quick pace race. This is River Page down the back.
Wow. Looking at River. Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Well, you got 30 laps to make something work. Carter Pendleton, Keith Ingram, Patrick Connell. I don't know, Max. You look to be one of the favorites to possibly win here.
Oh, no, that scares me.
That scares you.
That kind of scares me because I don't win a lot, even though I kind of but I don't know why I would be a favorite. I just drive my car, and I drive it the way I know how, and I'm already losing time on this side. So, yeah, I don't know. You have any other questions for me, bro?
I think we're ready to go. We're going from driver to driver to hear what they have to say. That's Max Swearigan, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue to work our way around. Let's go to Aiden Walker. Walker, I haven't talked to you in a little while. How's it going?
Hello.
Howdy. 2 minutes left. What do you think of Monza?
Well, that's a little bit weird, but I mean, for some reason, hopefully it doesn't go like every other race for me, where I always get killed in like lap 3 of these, but
don't want to see that.
Yeah. The last race at Watkins Glen was incredible.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see what's in store. This is a 30-lap race. Usually we do 25, as we really get worried about how things are going to go, but you just never know. We've had first-time winners here before. We've seen a lot of these guys. I wouldn't say first-time winners. Let's say underdog. We've had underdog winners here before. Do you think this is an underdog win, or this is going to come down to the best of the best?
I believe it's going to be an underdog win. Usually these races bring a lot more underdog wins. Now, it just matters on if we have a massive crash. Because most of the time, it's usually, we have a lot of big drivers up in front. And then we have a big crash, and that knocks them all out. And that allows, people like, not any offense, but like people like Josh Quinlan, Lane Sanders, I guess you'd say that. Pretty much people like that are always usually 20th, 25th in the pack, usually in these super speedway races. They'll run up front sometimes, but most of the time they get shuffled back because the more experienced people shuffle them back. So, I mean, if you get a big wreck, I think it'll be pretty easily a underdog win.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's going to be very interesting to see how that all rolls. Are you racing in person recently?
Well, we were thinking we were going to be racing this weekend, but the track that we would race at just decided to randomly cancel the race. I don't know why, but...
Where is it?
It was supposed to be Lonesome Pine, which is up in Virginia. Like, I think Coburn or something like that. It's
This
a really
Saturday?
beautiful track. It was supposed to be this
You have to
Saturday,
remember
but-
that there is a hurricane coming through, and I think that system is heading probably that way. So they're probably thinking, oh, it's going to be a guaranteed rain out.
No, it was...
Unless you
they
check
did
the
this,
radar.
like, they just randomly did this like 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
So
Well,
it was before this hurricane stuff came through, so.
well, then that's not exactly fun, is it? We're getting ready to grid up here. Any last things you want to say to the viewers back at home?
I gotta thank my sponsors, Lively's Custom Diecast, Blue Line Tennessee, Coggle Motor Company. Now, I haven't really shouted out this company, but Kingston Sports, in Maryville, Tennessee, it's a nice little sports store in the Maryville Mall. It has some NASCAR stuff, all that, so. If you live in the area, go by there, please.
Well, it's going to be fun to see how the rest of this will roll. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Riker Byram, how's it going?
Oh, heck. Well,
I saw that qualifying effort.
Man, I was wheeling it. I hit the wall
You
first
were.
lap. This thing is all over the place, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's always tough. I honestly, I see Monza as like Winchester. Some are scared to race at Winchester. I think some are scared to race at Monza. You're fearless. You're here, and you're rocking and rolling there in fifth. How do you think this is going to roll with you?
I think it'd be pretty fun. I mean, you know, just not making a mistake is really all it is. You just got to be consistent here because it's so. I mean, it's fast, but it's rough, like really rough. I'd say Daytona, 08 Daytona style rough. So it's gonna be. I'd say it's gonna be nerves more than anything. Not really. Definitely not scared about it, but it's gonna be sketchy for sure.
It's going to be a lot of fun to see as we get ready to rock and roll. 30 laps. This is somewhat of a sprint. We usually do 25 laps because you just really never know what's going to happen. It's already 9:11 there on the East Coast, 8:11 Central. Chevy, Toyota, Ford's a bunch. Do you work with anyone? Can you work with anyone? Can you draft? Or is it going to be almost like a hybrid super speedway intermediate?
You know, honestly, I think on this one you just go with whatever lane's faster. These cars are so sketchy on this track that I don't really think there's anybody in particular you want to work with. You just go with whichever's fastest for you and whichever benefits you the most. So honestly, that's probably what I'm going to do.
You know what? That does not sound like a bad plan. We're going green this time by. You want to say those magical words?
God, speed drivers. Let's get it done.
Let's get her done. Let's get ready to see it. That's Riker Byram, ladies and gentlemen. He gets ready to roll off, and we'll be ready to go green flag racing. Enter Night in America, feeling victories all year long. Every time we come to Monza, it's a treat. We're excited to have you all with us as we get ready to go green. They'll line up, they'll get ready for the start, and the boldest drivers around get ready to go green. It's lights out, 1 to go. Following this, Kansas Xfinity, that's race number 3. It's Auto Club Gen 6, race number 4. So the field lines up 2 by 2 as they get ready for green. James Thurston, William Schmidt, Aiden Walker, River Page, Riker Byram, Daniel Mosteller, Dylan Basin, Alexander Balderas all flying 2 by 2 ahead of the green flag. Repeat winner, first time winner, underdog winner, Watask ahead of the start. Pace car will make the hard left onto pit road. Welcome to fall. Welcome to round 2 on this Tuesday night as we light the fuse from Monza, Italy. Aiden Walker in third, River Page now up to the second position. Shuffling, swing, 3 wide, back half of the field. This is where drivers have to be patient. We've been here multiple times. You understand that you have to hold on to your race car. You got to hold on to what you have. If you have to go single file, go single file. There's no point in junking your car early, including on a very abrasive surface like this, where you know mistakes will be made by other machines. It will be William Schmidt leading off turn number 4. He leads lap 1. Page inside on driver's door. Skims his way through. Mosteller in third. Barebond holding on to the machine. Page gets a tap. Not fully pushed around. 1 sideways. Make it 2. Dylan Basin. Got a piece of it. Keith Ingram upside down. Caution will wave. Jaden Reyna. And others, you saw some machines elect a pit start. They wanted nothing to do with what was going on up front. And for a good reason. Caution waves early. Let's watch back and see what happened. I did start with the 0-2, and that would be Dominic Barbagallo. Went around to the inside. Watch again. Let's listen in with the 0-2 machine. Got a heck of a look there from the zero machine, and that would be David Johnson. Pit road, it's wide open. As we chime in with some of the drivers under the caution for the first time. Dylan Basin, I heard you couldn't get your chat, so we might as well give you an interview. How's it going?
Well, got a little piece of it right there, nothing bad, just kind of got tail slapped, but honestly, since we're topping out, I'm not sure how we're gonna go through this field. I think it's gonna be a matter of survival at this point because everyone's hitting the wall. So I'm just hoping that how I typically do doesn't happen, because I usually end up flying here and dying. But I think this race, but stay in the back, go out, probably make it to the front.
Well, we're getting ready to lock and load. Here you are once again on the track. You talked about it being rough and drivers hitting the wall. Are you running with force feedback on?
Of course.
How does it feel? How does it feel having to go through the corner with it?
Honestly, you're just gripping at the whole corner, but it's not bad until someone makes you like move lanes and then you're unprepared for it. Like if you go over that apron transition or someone hits you, it's like breaking your wrist. So.
Oh. Really?
I mean, I run constant force feedback, so what's happened 25 years towards doesn't really help. So there's tracks like this where I'm fighting for my life more than I am like racing for a lead, but you know, this makes it fun.
Well, we're getting ready to try it all again as we get ready to go green. Mosteller, James Thurston, they'll line up and we'll be ready for the restart. You're starting towards the back half. How do you approach this?
Honestly, it's kind of just reading where everyone's at, seeing who's going to hit the wall, who doesn't, who's sideways. Here, when you get sideways and stuff, or you get in the wall, there's not much room to really correct that, so you're taking someone out with you most likely, as we saw right there.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting to see. What's new with you in your life?
Pretty much nothing. Just been working. That's about it. Left DSE, Ellie Sadler, and that's new. Other than that, everything's been the same.
Well, it'll be fun to see as we get ready to rock and roll. We'll get the one to go here. We'll have 25 laps to do it. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, this has been an issue, and we will talk about it now. And in the past, they're worried about the motor overheating. Now, it's not been an overall issue at some tracks. I remember one time at Bristol we had it, and it became conveyor belt Bristol. We've had it at Kansas in the past. We don't plan on having it on Kansas this time. And we definitely have had it at Monza. So keep in mind, engines, they could be an issue before we see the end of this race. Only time will tell, as we'll have 25 laps to go. The one to go from Monza. Locked and loaded 2x2. That's to turns 3 and 4. They all line up, getting ready for the restart. Toyota on the bottom, Chevrolet on the outside. Chevrolet lineup. That's back in row number 2 as we get ready to green. Dan River Page. Hold on to his motor, hold on to his car. Can William Schmidt do the same? Do they get single file out before some machines start losing the handling? Or does it stay 2x2 throughout the majority of this run? Two by two off turn 4. Base car, the hard left on the pit road. Schmidt, Page, Thurston, Mosteller. 25 left for Monza. Base in, 3 wide. Down on the bottom. Sanders the 5th. Schmidt in the 2nd. Page holds on to the lead. See him looking, wandering. Goff sideways, great save to not get into the guardrail. Page outside with Thurston. No shuffle, single file. Walker sideways on the apron. Tears him up to the high banks. Caution will wave again. Dylan Basin involved. And it will clutter the rest of this field. Damage on the 9. And that just easily took out everybody. Let's watch back. Oh, he started with Goff getting into him. Once Goff got to the rear end, there was nothing saving it. So the caution weighs for now the second time with 23 laps to go. Schmidt, Page, Mosteller, James Thurston. Connell by Shamela Gray. They were some of the machines that may have gotten a piece of it. And we'll get ready to try it all again. That little love tab is what changed everything. That's the thing about the ARCA car. You can still very easily lift the machine off the ground versus a Gen 4 where that usually does not happen. Let's go talk to Josh Kenyon. Josh, how's it going? Josh Kenyon, how's it going? And we do not have Josh Kenyon. Let's see if we can grab a Lane Sanders. Lane, John Ramos, how's it going?
Hey John, I've almost seen God about 5 times this race.
That's interesting. Well, you're sitting in 5th, and you're starting to see the rear end of James Thurston currently. You got a piece of it, if I'm not... No, you did not. Wow, you did not get a piece of it. How you feel right now? Hey, you got a shot.
If I don't die, we'll run like top 5, top 7, but that's a big if. Monza is takes balls to run Monza, especially with the car that's chipping out. Man, I got that machine gun, John, like that machine gun sound in my ear with the car chipping out, like that.
Really?
Yeah, it's just.
So it's interesting. So we were told by multiple drivers that there was a setup. After review, there was no setup. So
I could have swore there was.
I've been told
then
that.
Again, they also had like an update yesterday.
They did, and that's another thing. I wonder what they touched. So obviously the setup not being there was a little interesting. I probably should have made this a 20-lap race to get to the third round, but now we're in a position where there's multiple drivers on pit road. William Schmidt's your race leader, and we're going to restart with 20 laps left. Now, you've raced here when it comes down to attrition. It always comes down to attrition here, and currently looking and waiting, and I think that's what we're going to see towards the latter half of this race. Do you think you have the car to go the way?
I plead the fifth.
Lead the fifth.
Because,
good question.
Because every time, because John, you don't realize every time I say I have a good car, something bad always happens. And every time I don't say something bad happens anyways.
Right.
So it's like I'm gonna plead the fifth. We got. I think I'm the bottom. I can drive the bottom really well. So that's where I'm gonna try to stay. I'm lining up fifth. Thank goodness.
Well, it's gonna be fun to see as we go ahead and get the one to go. Good luck. We're going to grab in Mr. Bird. Barbagallo, you're involved in the first incident. What happened with your view?
My view? What happened with it?
What happened from what you saw? How about that?
The car is chipping out the whole way down the track. I don't know. I don't even care if we make contact. You can't pass in this car. There's no passing. There's nothing you can do. You're chipping out at 204 the whole way around the track.
Well,
I hit Lane. I hit him, he hit me. I don't really care.
Well, we haven't seen engine issues because we haven't had enough laps to see any engine issues, but we'll see if that is something that could happen in the later half of this race. We'll get the one to go here. Are you still on the track?
I just got back on the track. I'm hitting nowhere near 200 now, but...
Oh, then you won't have to worry about chipping. How about that?
I don't know if my radiator's okay, John. I might not have any coolant, John.
Oh, I like these terms you're bringing up because now you're Mr. Mechanic.
I can tell
For the
you
ones that know, Barbagallo is going to school to be a mechanic.
The voltage gauge is nowhere near accurate. It's reading 12 volts on a running car.
Start giving us all the details of what you think is wrong with the car. Go.
Misfiring. I can tell you that. It's not every cylinder is not firing, right?
Do you want to work for a race team?
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be great.
It would be pretty cool to see. Because you went to Dover and you said you didn't like sitting in the stands, you like being on pit road.
Oh, yeah. It really emphasized I was broken out.
Oh, yeah, because you were in the infield the entire time, right?
Yeah, now Frank wasn't there. I mean, now Frank was there for the last 40 laps.
Well, we're getting ready for a restart here. Good luck.
All right, thank you. I'll try.
That's Barbagallo as we get ready to rock and roll just one more time. Pace car, the hard left on the pit road. 20 to go for Monza. Page inside of Mosteller. Lane Sanders was peeking for a way through. William Schmidt, the lunge off the outside lane to hold on to the lead. Balderas in fifth. Cars sliding, skating. James Thurston, fight for the race lead. Gets into Schmidt. You see the don't push on the rear bumper. Of the 79, Page is going to think better of it. Maybe looks to the inside. Oh, subtle change. Page in third. Balderas now into fourth. Shamela in the fence. Connell in the fence as well. They keep it pointed straight. We stay green. Schmidt, Thurston. Thurston sideways. He saves it. Mosteller. Oh, he's able to save it as well off Josh Kenyon. I think that was payback with William Schmidt. Saw James drive right into the side of him. And now they'll be forced to work together. Coming to 17 to go. Alexander Balderas, P3, one sideways. Another save, Lane Sanders. What are the speeds? 203. Into the hump. Hayes, Schmidt, Balderas, top three breakaway. There's James Thurston. And if he just didn't get into William Schmidt, he would probably still be toe-to-toe for the top spot. $16 to go this time by. Schmidt inside. Page outside, grabs the guardrail. And may lose the second spot. He does, Alexander Balderas. 16 remaining. Keith Ingram. Throttle into second. Thurston back to fourth. Mosteller in fifth. There's Ingram in the sixth position with Marty Shamela breathing down the neck. $15 to go this time by. Throttle a peak. Still far back. James Thurston now toe-to-toe with the River Page 24. 15 remaining for Monza. Wheel to wheel for third. Watch on with Daniel Mosteller. Schmidt, Balderas, Thurston, Page. Page, after contact with the wall, is defending for third. Thurston continues to peak to the bottom. 14 laps remaining. You can see Balderas getting the help from the 24. It's been a while since we've seen the Balderas 52 in victory lane. The convoy all comes back together. Schmidt to cover. Balderas with a peak. Thurston with a peak to the inside. Oh, he's swing. Balderas back into Thurston. 13 remaining. Thurston inside, Balderas outside. Toe-to-toe. And the worry is one bad move and there won't be a field left. Schmidt trying to cover. See Balderas back to the outside. Not able to make something work. 12 to go. Thurston into Balderas. Keith Ingram back to the 6th position. Time's ticking, but time still left to roll with. Thurston underneath Schmidt. Balderas into the guardrail. Mosteller. Oh, does he save it? Somewhat. Keeps it off the wall. We stay green, the fight for the lead. Oh, sliding Shamela. Goes into the grass. River Page back to 6. Fight for the lead. Thurston in second. See how much the car is bottoming out. Into the guardrail after slamming the rear of the 79. Balderas to the bottom. Here comes Ingram. Ten to go. Five drivers left standing. Keith Ingram is one of them. And you see him blipping the throttle, blipping the throttle. They don't want to start chipping the motor. When Thurston got in the fence, Balderas was able to sneak through. Thurston, all over throttle, 9 to go. James to the bottom. Balderas on the outside. Catches the blade of grass on the right side. Doesn't allow Thurston to clear, but Thurston will have the edge. Schmidt to cover. This is all the way to turn 3. Keith Ingram watching on in 4th. He's got company abroad. That's going to be the Jackson Bice machine. Bice powers to the bottom. Balderas top of the racetrack. Schmidt crosses the bow. Eight to go. Oh, Ingram. He caught the fence. Lap traffic inside. Balderas, Josh Kenyon. Nope, check that. Barbagallo, Josh Kenyon. Thurston may have to yield. Eight to go, 7 to go. When they cross the stripe this time. Thurston locks in second. And these are the drivers that have been able to pull away from the rest of the herd. Thurston bottom end. Thinks better, jumps back to the wayside. Balderas now with buys. That's going to be for third. Oh, he's thinking of it. Thurston outside. Race off exit. doesn't have position just yet. Schmidt pulls alongside. Six to go. You still see Ingram on the inside now. Firing Balderas. Waddle clears. Schmidt versus Thurston. And just see the banking difference. Why James can get a run on that outside. But look how tough it is on the race car. 5 remaining. Five drivers pull it away. What's left of the field after single car incidents and a wild wreck early in the event. I just don't think James can really get it to work. Off corner exit the way William Schmidt has been able to make it work. And when it's go time for Balderas, I think he jumps to the inside. I think he's going to leave Thurston possibly out to dry. Then you wonder, what does Jackson Byes do? River Page was involved in early wrecks. He was the car parked on the bottom. 4 to go. Schmidt inside, Thurston outside. I will say, I have to agree with the chat, this car handles the turn 1 bump way better than most of the other machines that we have brought in here, like the Xfinity Series, the Gen 6. It may just be because of the shock package that they have on the ARCA Gen 4. Will be 3 to go this time. Lap traffic dead ahead. Schmidt inside, Thurston outside. Ingram catches the wall, comes up into Byes. Balderas there in third. One car stopped on the bottom. Back marker out of harm's way. 2 laps to go. There's 7 guys left on the lead lap. And the speeds, they've decreased ever so slightly. Thurston topside, Balderas watching in third, Ingram inside, Byes catching the grass. James Thurston, remember, got into it with William Schmidt earlier in the run. They laid on each other back and forth. Schmidt held on to the lead, Thurston dropped back. Now they'll both see the white flag this time, with the 34 having the advantage. Salamanca, 1 to go for Monza. Thurston on the outside, Schmidt on the bottom. Byes dropping back, losing the draft. Alexander Balderas, when does he get bold? Top side with Thurston, shoves the Chevrolet. Schmidt on the bottom, creeps back into view. 1 into clear. It's gonna be a drag race from Italy. Thurston top end with the bow tie. Schmidt on the bottom in the Toyota. Race to the line. Give it James Thurston, victorious from Monza. They're calling it 1/100th of a second, maybe even less, as he crossed past the line. Unbelievable. Maybe 1/1000th. They're going to review James Thurston on top in a photo finish from Italy. Wow. We're going to have to watch the replay. What a finish. Well, the best came out, and the best stayed on top. That's what we saw. James Thurston will go to victory lane. He's going to burn it down. Matter of fact, he's going to park it. Let's go talk to your race winner. What a race to the finish. Thurston, congratulations on the win.
Did I actually win? I want to make sure before I do burnouts.
We're going to review it, but they're calling you the winner. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's see it. We're going to watch back. Wow.
Because it says 0.001, and I know iRacing can have some mistakes.
Yeah, usually when it's in one, that's when we go ahead and review. We're going to review now. This is going to be our best view of the finish. You saw Ingram get into Balderas. That's how they wrecked. It goes, if I'm not mistaken, to the start line right there. You know what? Let's go get an overhead view. It's going to take a little while. Right now, unofficially, you're the race winner. Let's talk about the race.
Oh man, that was a really weird one. I didn't think that we'd have the whole chip and out situation, but I guess this ARCA car it red lines at 8,000 RPM, so
Wow.
It gets to that chip a lot quicker than the Gen 4 car does, and that's why we kept getting so gridlocked the entire race. From a view I can see, I think I might have just barely gotten it on him.
We're going to continue to review, but wow, it was dangerously close. I mean, what is the iRacing is saying by one, and I think that view right there is going to show it. We're going to zoom on in. So we're going to bring us to the studios just so we can overview, because now they are calling for a review. You saw the chipping, but early on, you and Schmidt got into it like heavy, laying on each other back and forth. I'm rolling my eyes thinking we're going to get another caution. But it kept it going. Did you guys speak to each other at all during the race?
No, we never said anything over the radio. That really just kind of took place in the first couple laps, because he doored me down the front stretch one time, and I kind of just like gave him one back, and then he hit me again coming down the front stretch again, and I was just hitting him again. And luckily we didn't put each other in that in the retaining barrier going into turn one. We kept it clean afterwards, and we had a really, really close finish. Still can't really tell from that angle.
No, and the thing is, with how old this scan is, it's not giving us an exact look at when it crosses the line. But from what I can see, at least on this angle, you're, at least to the naked eye, you are dead even all the way through.
From what I can see on this little phone screen, it looks like I'm a little bit ahead of him. So I can look myself when I get out of this car here. But I think that's the closest finish I've ever had in NR.
Yeah, it's, if this was Daytona, they would have given us definitely a better estimate. But wow, it's insane. You can barely.
The other parts of the car that I like to look at is the back of it, because if you can, then you can really kind of see which spoiler's ahead. And I think that mine is like maybe an inch or two ahead of his.
Well, the interesting thing is, well, you can see it actually from the valence, and that's what we're looking at right now. The valence is what's going to determine. Everyone's watching me see the head, and you're about to see what we see to determine the winner. So you are officially the winner of the race. But this is what we see coming to the line. So that's that. And I think with this angle, it's pretty clear who got to the line just ever so slightly. And unfortunately, they do not give us an angle that would be just straight forward, right? A straight shot across the line to that last part. And you'll see what I mean. Because, oh man, even here, it's still really close. But when you slow it down all the way, this is with the motion blur completely off. You can barely see that Thurston.
Yeah,
you are.
that shows it right there.
ahead.
Let's go, dude.
Well, it was fun. It was interesting. It was different, right? Very different.
Very different, yeah.
Than what we had. Talk about the struggles. All we heard about was chipping, and we were like, oh my goodness. We wonder if it was going to fully affect things. It didn't look to fully affect the engine, but it definitely affected where the runs came.
Yeah, some guys were having to watch their temps. It really wasn't a problem if you had clean air, you know, even though it was banging off the chip, and I don't think it would really last that long in real life like that, but in this, in iRacing, if you had clean air, you could bang it off the chip and it would just cool down to about 250 or so by itself, and then you could kind of get behind a guy, get a run, and try to make a move, and eventually I got to that outside of him in the 3 and 4 that one time, and we got gridlocked side by side the rest of the entire race.
Wow.
And that right there is pretty much what won the race, because if I couldn't have gotten to the outside, I don't think I would have built a race. Yeah, the chipping, I don't know. I think it was a weird circumstance, but I think it led to a really good finish.
It really did. And honestly, I didn't expect you to be overly good with this car track combo, even though when we do take the ARCA car to like a South Boston, you usually come out on top. But what was the defining moment? Because when you and Schmidt got into each other, you had to drop back and then you made up time again.
Yeah, on the start of the race, I started on the bottom, and the top just gets such a much better restart than the bottom does. And on all the on all the restarts afterwards, it put me on the top, and that really helped me out. Just I don't think I've ever done a race quite like this with the engine chipping out like it did, but that was fun. Good win for Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports. Got it done for LW in the 34 car, and yeah, it's not at Talladega, but Monza's a good second.
Monza's still pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of people that just want to get a win, and in America, you just flat out did it.
Yeah, I did.
Well, we're heading to Kansas. That's with the Xfinity car. What's your opinion on that?
It was one of the best combos in iRacing. I haven't done it since the update of the car, so we'll go there and see how it is.
What update?
Now, they updated the right rear suspension, the way that the geometry of it works, and then they updated some aerodynamic stuff. But I think the car leans off the right rear a little bit more now, so I think it'll help Kansas.
Better, worse?
If it works right, it'll make it better.
Okay.
But
if
I don't know
works
what they.
Right.
Yeah, because Bristol is a really fun combo with that car now, because it's all over the right rear, so you're just slipping and sliding the whole time, and it totally changes the way you race there with that car. So we'll see if it does the same thing at Kansas.
We can't guarantee that the session is up. The password is IDK, and we're going to roll into the third race of the night. Do you think this is going to be the big race? This is going to be the best race of the night, or do you think it's going to be something different?
I think there's a good chance. Kansas is a really good track.
Kansas Xfinity. Now, you guys always ask for this car. What is it about the Xfinity car that makes it so interesting?
It's kind of like the most pure stock car we have right now in current NASCAR. So I think that guys just really like to run it because it feels like the most or the least gimmicky car that you can be fast at, and if you're really, really fast at it, then it just proves how good of a driver you are. You know, like, yeah. I mean, some guys, if you're fast in anything in iRacing, you're good. But, you know, guys like to say the next-gen car isn't really like a good way to prove that you're fast because of the oversized tires and the 670 horsepower and the diffuser at the intermediates, kind of making it a little bit easy to drive in a way. But, yeah, the Xfinity car, if you don't know what you're doing, you're just not going to be fast.
Oh, we actually also have an update. That's with the Supra. So before we get going, that's what we're going to go ahead and throw up there. What's your favorite car track combo?
That's a hard one. There's
All
a
right,
lot
how about
of them.
this? What about your favorite car on iRacing?
My favorite car on iRacing probably has to be the BMW Z4 GT3 car, but if we're talking NASCAR, COT.
Really? The COT? Because that's an interesting one, because most people usually say they don't like driving the COT. But watching a COT race is completely different, right? And I believe that's just because the COT puts on a different product from what you guys see. What is the difference between watching a COT race and running in a COT race?
I think the opinion of that car being bad on iRacing is heavily skewed because the setups that they give us by default aren't very good setups. And I've raced some races where it's had a much better setup, and when you put a good one on it, it races so well. I mean, it's just, you know, you can go half throttle off the corners and you're not going to be slow. Like, it has so much horsepower that it'll spin the tires in fourth gear at 150 miles an hour.
Oh, we got some great drivers coming in. This is going to be a fun race. Then the next question is, should we give COT another shot with an e-ticket? So for the ones that don't know, let's give you some e-ticket history. The first NWP 400 was going to be COT at Talladega. And then every driver said, heck no, this is going to be terrible. And we said, okay, we're going to put it aside. We then got a COT race at Homestead that was pre-new damage model. And they even changed up the way the car drove from what I heard. Do we give it a shot? And if we gave it a shot, where would we go with it?
I think that you got to go to... it's got to be an intermediate or a short track.
Because let's go with the tracks we have yet to give an e-ticket to that viewers like. Las Vegas, Kansas. We've already done, obviously, Auto Club. We've done Michigan. We have not. Yep, we've done Chicagoland. Matter of fact, Chicagoland's going to get an event later this year. So what about Chicagoland?
I think Chicagoland with that car is a really good combo, but I think if we took it back to Homestead, that'd be great. I think Auto Club, I know we did that event sort of recently there, but that's a really good combo with the COT. Michigan is also another good one.
I think we just filled out this session. That just makes the difference between race and Xfinity. You know what? Because the car counts are so high with Xfinity, and I'm going to say this to all the drivers watching back at home. Eric W. dropping the gift of membership. We know in fall we usually lose drivers, while in the spring and the summer we have more drivers than we know what to do with, right?
Yeah.
And right now, these next couple of weeks, it's really to watch what drivers come out for. That's going to dictate what we run with into the fall for NR Night in America. If the car counts continue to be high for race 2, 3, and 4 at the Xfinity Series, we'll continue to dump Xfinity Series races in NR Night in America. So, and that's mainly because I know how much the drivers love this car. They love running it at intermediates. We will flood Xfinity if you guys continue to come out, including with nice paint schemes. Tony dropping down the 2 saying if they don't like the COT, it's because they can't handle it. And that's another thing too, handling the COT is night and day different than anything else.
It's not an easy car. It's a car that at every track, especially ones like Atlanta and Darlington, you have to be good at restarting in it because you can't flat foot it because it just doesn't burn out.
Right.
But that's one of the things I think that the more skilled guys like about it. It's just everything about the COT is hard, and I think that's what makes it so fun. Yeah. So keep that in mind. If the car counts continue to stay high for the Xfinity Series, you guys continue to come out with nice paint schemes for it. Because this is interesting. Every time we go Xfinity Series racing now, including in the fall, it's like we are jam-packed. Like there's not enough room really to run. We will continue to do it. I think the drivers have made their statement now for over a year that they want more Xfinity. The reason why we didn't do a lot of Xfinity, I'm going to let you know why we didn't do a lot of Xfinity in the times past. It seemed like the viewers weren't really big on it. Drivers, they weren't coming out as much for it, but then at the turn of the month and at the turn of the year, drivers start showing up for Xfinity more than any other car. And I know in fall things change, right? NASCAR popularity changes, football is back, playoff baseball's coming in. This is a chapstick, by the way, before someone asks. This is a chapstick. I do not jewel. I knew it was about to come. We're going to continue to start doing more Xfinity. I'm excited for Xfinity racing. And I think we're going to put on a good show here, honestly. The next time we stream, it's race 3. Let's do Xfinity. Why not, right? Why not go to all those tracks? Why not go to a Homestead with an Xfinity? Why not go to Las Vegas again with Xfinity? Last time I went to Las Vegas with Xfinity, it was fantastic. Enough of me yapping. Let's go trackside because we're ready to qualify. But I'm starting to get back on that Xfinity Series bandwagon because these guys put such a good job
into it. I'm excited to see how it all rolls.
I think we should run back. What was it called? The All-American 400?
At Nashville?
Yeah, with the Xfinity car.
I would do it if it's a partnership with the track, and obviously that would come down to me. But for the ones that don't know, the first track partnership for an e-ticket was the Fairgrounds. They loved the event because they saw that I could speak for 600 laps straight and not, for me, get bored. And they thought that was really cool. They gave me the opportunity to then call races at the Fairgrounds, then went CRA, select ASA races, whether it's Southern Series or PA for the Stars Tour. So any track partnerships, the email is in the description. Matter of fact, any sponsor mentions that you guys want to possibly sponsor NR Night in America, emails in the description, as well as this big one. You know this one, James Thurston. It is being talked about putting this channel into a market where it's more of a network, because obviously with me calling races in person, we're not getting as many streams, James. Isn't that terrible? Yeah, it used to be twice a week, and it was guaranteed. Then it was, mostly once a week during the summer. A lot of viewers didn't like that. I was, in shock about how much I was doing things in person, and obviously very grateful for it since for my career. But if you have a league, and you want it to be broadcasted on this channel, email me. We are accepting leagues that we think NR Night in America drivers, A, love to race in, B, would give us a great product, a great racing product. And the big one, the viewers can be engaged and it can be seen as something that is a part of the channel and not just being broadcasted on the channel. Not trying to slap a sticker into a network, more trying to find a league that we can bring other broadcasters in if I can't broadcast, right? And it would be up to quality of an e-ticket and NR Night. We're looking, including into 2025, because a lot of things are changing. We want to keep this channel rolling where you guys continue to watch in and have fun. Also, it has been confirmed that I would be calling some of those races that are on the league side when that time comes about. James, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that we got to get the IRA Cup Series on this channel. I think that would really help that league out. It's a really good league. I can confirm this car is really on the right rear, so it's gonna be a very much slip and slidey race.
It's gonna be very, very exciting to see. And that's another thing too. So this idea came up because it was like, okay, we're missing Friday streams, right? There's so many Friday streams. The last Friday stream was fantastic. It felt great. The chat was engaged, the drivers were engaged. I was loving it, and it was like, man, I kind of miss that, but I'm also grateful for what I'm doing, which is why we are missing that. So why not get a league that runs on a Thursday night or a Monday night? Because there will be times where I can call that Thursday night or Monday night league, because those will usually be the times I'm either about to leave or I'm just coming home. And then if I can't call it, get other commentators in there that have a shot at moving up the ranks, right? Get them going. But it has to be a league that can connect. I know some names that have come up that I would love to see just off of what I have heard from, and the fact that drivers in NR race it. That's obviously the IORA side, the OSRL side. I think OSRL is really cool. Most drivers in NR race in that league on a Thursday night, right? So we are considering, keep that in mind. We will be making a public statement hopefully soon. But once again, no stream this Friday. I will be at Toledo for the ASA Stars National Tour. And then next week will be the Owasso Nationals with the Jeg Sea All-Stars Tour. I'm excited for that one as well as we continue to look forward. Thoughts, questions, concerns? Mr.
Just
James
are they gonna be paid, or how's that gonna work?
Oh, there'll have to be some type of compensation, because obviously these ideas are not cheap.
Yeah.
We're at the point where these ideas have not been cheap since we started iRacing. How about that? But obviously we're looking to make a connection and not just break the bank. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we'll see. That is true. We will be going up against the NFL as well, but we don't want to be losing the hardcore base, because we know everyone shows up for the e-tickets. We got over 1,100 tune in for the NWP 400, and that's with lack of streams in the summer. We had everyone shoot out for Indiana, Alabama. Now, the thing about the Alabama 500 was we were having stream after stream. We were doing 3 times a week. because we're gearing up for that season. And I want to point that out. Heading into my season into 2025, it's going to be just like how it was last year, it looks like. I'll be most likely doing 3 times a week because all this streaming gets me ready, gets me prepped for the in-person broadcast. So get ready, community events and e-tickets. Once we start 2025 again, it's going to be all over the place. It's going to be a blast. But James, a lot of talking. It's time to go away because we got a race to roll.
Yes, we do. I think it's going to be a fun one.
It's going to be exciting. 40 laps. That's James Thurston, ladies and gentlemen. He'll drop to the wayside. Want to say hello and welcome as, get this, 40 drivers have joined in. We had 40 at Watkins Glen. We went down to 28 for the race in Monza. We're back up to 40 with the Xfinity Series. We're excited. We hope you're excited. We're going to get the one to green, and let's get ready to continue to speak with drivers as time goes on. Let's talk to the push, call him Shmush. That's Frank DeAngelis. Frank, what is it with this Xfinity car that everyone continues to tune out for? Tune in, should I say. Tune in and come out for.
Yeah, that was on purpose.
It was not on purpose. It was not on purpose.
So, usually this is really fun. It's difficult to drive at times. The people are fun to drive a race with on this car. Some of the better people are struggling a little bit, like me. Burrows didn't get top 3, so he's struggling. I don't know if you noticed in Q, but for some reason, the line's the outside and went into the bottom 3 and 4, which is fine.
Whoa.
But something's up with the setup or something the way it drives to the point where you're almost bottoming out mid-corner and it's just looping everyone.
Well, they did update the shock. That's what we heard, at least on the right side.
Threw everyone for a bone in Q, so expect a massive big one in the first 3 laps.
Well, we'll see if you're right, because the lights are off. We're getting ready to go green. You want to say those magical words? Okay, Frank does not know the magical words. God, speed drivers, you are go for throttle up. Crowd on their feet, round number 3. River Page inside, that's a Toyota. Dylan Basin outside, that's Chevrolet. 40 laps of thunder from the heartland. You're watching round 3 of NR Night in America on this Tuesday night edition. Let's light the fuse for Kansas. Page with Schmidt on the inside, Basin top end. Mosteller through the middle with Braden Movick. Slipping, sliding. Page clears 1, make it 2, holds onto it off turn 4. River Page will come to the line to lead lap 1. Basin may have got him at the line just ever so slightly. Basin led that lap. Schmidt in the second, Page in the third, Braden Movick watching on for 4th. They all said it was going to be tough to catch him if he gets out in front. Basin will come back to the line to lead that lap. He's got 2 on the board. You saw the 22, that was Anthony Burrows. He caught the fence, that was off turn number 4. Here's Mosteller, here's Movick, top side of the racetrack. River Page with a slice to the middle. Basin leader on the bottom. Page in tow, here comes Schmidt, top end of the racetrack. Trouble. Back half of the field, Jerry Rodriguez. Max Steinmeier gets there off the nose of Alexander Balderas. The caution will wave with 37 laps to go in the race. A lot of damage to Connor Zola. As it will putter down onto the apron. DeAndrews talk about shuffling and what could be changing. Let's see what happened. Rodriguez with the 34. Max Steinmeier gets sideways. He was rolling up the track. And for Alexander Balderas, he had missile lock on him and bam, right into the door. Let's watch back and see what Throttle saw. This is down into 1 and 2, struggling with the loose race car. You can see that by the way his hands are positioned. Oh, matter of fact, he got hit. That was off turn number 2. He was struggling. And right here, this is where you want to back it down. And he just didn't even see Max Steinmeier coming. Wow. They got another hit. Caution is out for the first time. We'll get ready to speak with drivers after their impacts with other machines or the outside retaining wall. And most notably, we'd like to speak to the Alexander Balderas driver, but he is not in one of the chats, so that will not be coming up. Let's go talk to Braden Mother. Mother, John Ramos, how are you? Let's try it again. Braden Mother, John Ramos, how are you?
Oh, hi.
Oh, well. Caution early on. You've been moving your way through the field. That suspension on the right side, some have been saying it's been upsetting their race car. What do you think?
It's loose. Definitely is loose.
Is it a happy loose or is it a,
no,
oh my goodness, I can't hold on to my car?
It's an evil, on the top, it's an evil loose. It's a very evil loose on the top. But it bottoms out pretty big in the middle of 1 and 2. And then, yeah, it's like, once it bottoms out, it turns into ice after it bottoms out. But it's manageable on the lower lanes, which I'm actually pretty happy about because usually this track just turns into a wall riding train fest. So I'm fine with it.
It's going to be interesting to see how we continue to roll through this race. We'll get the 1 to go. Is it something that you can manage, or is it something you're going to have to learn from?
Oh, I can't manage anything, John.
You don't seem too happy. What's going on with you?
Lane Sanders pissed me off a lot. He kamikazed the damn bus stop, wiped out the people, and then he chops me in the grass on the carousel. And then I wasn't far enough back to where you hear Rodriguez just comes. He looks like he's about to drive straight onto the racetrack, so I go to the bottom to avoid him and just threw me in the wall. So yeah, Lane Sanders.
All right, well, it's unfortunate with what happened there, but luckily we're in the heartland, so good luck. That's Braden Mother. 33 laps to go in race number 3. Adam Garza, the control car on the bottom with Marty Shimela on the outside. Marty dropping back to 4th. Braden Mummick up to 3rd. James Thurston. And he sneaked through. He's stuck 3 wide. What a save by Moss Steller as he slides down on the flag. Loose again. 2 saves before turn 1. Garza pulls away, put Basin into 2nd. Braden Mummick up to the 3rd position, as they all continue to shuffle through the field. Watch inside of the 87. Let's watch these hands. See his right hand, and he's mostly got it together, but you can see it's just loose, very loose at that rear end, and there's just no torque, no push off corner exit for him. So Adam Garza leads, Dylan Bason's in second, Braden Mummick's in third, coming to 30 laps to go in this race. River Page, you can put him in the 5th position. James Thurston into 6th, Marty Shamela, he continues to drop around. Anthony Burrows has climbed up inside the top 10 after a blink from Dylan Bason. Bason holds on just a 10th or so behind the Adam Garza 81. 30 to go. They're all single filed out, and they talk about the top of the racetrack being the best in turns 1 and 2, the inside being the best in 3 and 4. I'm starting to see a conveyor belt now, mostly around this speedway, with James Thurston sitting in 6th, William Schmidt up to 4th. Braden Mummick has closed in on a Dylan Bason 88. Matter of fact, he'll work the bottom of the racetrack with now Adam Garza on the top end. Garza gets the launch off turn 2, and he'll scoot away from Dylan Bason. Watch him again. .28 to go. I love what Garza's doing here. He's defending, he's smart, he's strong, he knows how Bason is, and last big win for Bason actually came from Rockingham. Just a stream ago, was able to capitalize on multiple drivers' mistakes. Now here he is, inside part of the track, has Mummick right behind him, has Schmidt in tow as well, with 27 on the board. Garza, Bason, Mummick has Schmidt to the bottom. Page and Thurston. There's Thurston in the 6th position. Garza continues to scoot. 26 to go. Thurston into 6th. Page into 5th. James inside of the River Page. Machine, don't think he can get to him. 25 to go. .29 drivers on the lead lap. After some with severe incidents early in the race, the best continue to roll. There's Bason at the bottom, Garza back to the outside. Braden Mummick, William Schmidt. Now Schmidt navigating the top of the racetrack with River Page on the bottom. .24 to go. Bason through the Adam Garza Chevrolet. Bason clears. Garza the run, he'll get the switchback. Oh, trouble! Garza slides off the nose of Braden Mummick. He will avoid the inside retaining wall, and the caution will not wave after he came across the bow of the 42. Wow. Page inside of Mummick, battle for second. Gotta move. Laid on him once, thought about laying on him twice. Page will clear him. 22 left. Page is there, inside of Dylan Bason. Bason a squeeze up to the outside wall. New race leader from Kansas, River Page in the Toyota. Bases not done, move to the inside. Mavic watching, Mavic waiting. The 42 into the fence. Page clear into turn 3. Thurston sliding up the racetrack. Move to the bottom for Page. Switches. Thurston in a third. What a race we have from Kansas. Mavic on the flat. Thurston on the outside. Dylan Basin is your race leader. He continues to have lagging issues. It continues to be a problem that is plaguing this race. If it continues on, he actually can get a penalty for it. So keep that in mind with now 18 laps to go. Mavic outside of James Thurston. Fight for third. AC Barr, see the damage on his 84. He will scoot to the bottom of the track. Mavic top side, that's of James Thurston. They control it off turn number 4. What a race we've had, and now it's just 17 laps remaining. Basin, Page, Mavic, Thurston, Schmidt, Mosteller, Burrows, and Walker. Mavic still under pressure, but not the pressure he has seen recently. James Thurston, William Schmidt, they have had it really come down to pushing and shoving, at least throughout the night. That was for Monza. Both don't expect it to carry over, but Schmidt's had a piece that has worked well throughout this field. He has quickly moved through from 6th up to 5th. At one point was as high as 2nd. He has navigated well within the top 5, top 7. The River Page machine, 3 tenths, nearly 4 behind Dylan Basin. Mavic a car length or so to that of James Thurston. 15 will be 14 laps to go when we come back across the line. Here's company, William Schmidt. Nose to tail. Remember Anthony Burrows, he didn't start the best. He actually started in 9th. Some expected him to be on the pole. And you may be saying top 10, that's not bad. And for the Burrows side, they say that's not where they'd like to be. He is now up to the 7th spot. He's been another one that has not been able to get the car rolling in the way they've liked. But we'll go to work on Mosteller to the inside of the 87. Now 3 wide with William Schmidt rolling the top side of the racetrack. So Basin's got the lead. Here's the fight for 2nd. Page outside 24. Mavic Chevrolet inside 42. One car sliding on the inside, that's the 5. And it's off the racing surface. We will stay green. We continue to watch the fight for second. Basin pulls away to about 7/10. James Thurston, William Schmidt. That will be the fight for 4th and 5th. Schmidt top of the track now with Thurston. Mulvick in third. Now Thurston all over him. 11 laps to go for Dylan Basin. What a drive he's had. Mulvick sees the 24 dead ahead. Outside, Burrows inside, Mosteller is there. Highest part of the track, William Schmidt has had a run with. One sliding again down to the inside. As Cody McCormick, he has struggled all race long. He is 15 laps down, away from the rest of the pack. Page got clear of Mulvick. With 9 laps to go, he has sights on Basin. But the question may be, is it too late? Mosteller in 7th just cannot fight this loose race car. Schmidt clears on the nose. Most back in position. Aiden Walker there in 8th. Matter of fact, he went way below on the apron. Car track combo handling has been huge here tonight. From Monza all the way to Kansas. It's time running out for River Page. 8/10 back. Will be 7 laps to go. Legacy, you see Lewis, that's right up in front of these leaders. Page right off the outside, training wall, trouble, car into the outside wall. Page goes for a slide, and the caution will wave with 8 laps remaining. And that would be McCormick. Wow. He should have been kicked when they saw him go around twice, but I don't think anyone expected him to go around right in front of the field. We'll watch the replay shortly. Is there damage to the Dylan Basin 88? There may be. He got into the outside wall. Not sure if that was from the lap machine, but pit road, it's going to be wide open. How does this affect the 88? Pit road is open. Yes, Basin did get a piece of it. Page and Mulvick did not. And it all happened with the lap machine that was navigating the top side of the racetrack. You see it here. Yeah, his tires are junked when he went around a couple times. The issue was he didn't pit. And then comes down the track. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see him for quite some time. Pit road's open. Basin is in. Couple drivers electing to stay out, but they will be given an L1 penalty due to the strategy not working and probably being a safety hazard to multiple drivers. Mulvick comes out, the control car. River Page will come out second. Walker with Thurston, Burrows, Mosteller, William Schmidt, Barbagallo, Dylan Basin, who is on track to win this race, will most likely drop all the way back. Yep, 21st. And I think he was doing so well. Pit road is open for Isaac Hendricks. We are going to have a 4-lap dash to see who wins this race. Place your bets, because it's the one to go. The Heartland always gives us a great finish, always gives us a good race. So who wins? %, saying Braden Mullick will find victory lane. Get ready. 4 laps to go from Kansas Speedway. We've seen things get wild already once tonight. Does it happen again? Stellar, 3 wide on the apron, charging to turn 1. Mullick clearing them all. Thurston loose with the rear end. He'll drop a couple spots. The fight's on for the race lead. Page to the inside. Page to the top of the racetrack. Keeps it a foot off the wall and takes the race lead off turn 4. River Page, top of the board. Can Mullick fight back? Deep lunge down into turns 1 and 2. Mosteller sideways. Mullick goes around. Both slam the inside wall. The caution will wave again. Wow. Unreal. Big hit from Osteller. That was in the Fanta 87. There he is on pit road. There's Braden Mullick. Mullick led 2 of the 38 laps. Dylan Basin, he's on pit road. He led 21 of the 35. And now you'll wonder what's next. Oh, not happy with James Thurston at all. Braden Mullick into Thurston, turning the 96 around in the grass. And it's clear that Mullick believes Thurston was the root cause of the accident. You know, maybe we do need to do Xfinity races more often. Wow. And James will be getting his spot back. I believe this is a perfect time to go ahead and take a look at a replay. Mullick down to block. Trying to keep the run to a minimum. Oh, yeah, for sure. Thurston came down. And gets right into the 87. Boat's just trying to hold on to it. And a huge hit to the nose. Let's watch again on the impending incident that happened. It's just about a lap early. Ramos struggling with the car, trying to fight it. River Page got the lead. Mostello to the inside. He doesn't even see it coming. Trying to drive out of it, shuts the engine off. So we'll have a restart. There's no doubt about that. This will now be an overtime attempt. And we'll get the one to go this time by. So it'll be Page, Thurston, Walker, Schmidt. Your closer is in view. Will it be just another one of those William Schmidt victories? Or does something else come out about it? The one to go. This is why you stay up. Overtime, 2 laps for a finish. What happens next? Who knows? Overtime from Kansas. Aiden Walker closes the gap. Burrows shoves the 96 into the wall. Top 2 breakaway. Page to the top side. Walker to the bottom. This race will be official. Salamanca, 1 to go from the Heartland. River Page has got to keep tunnel vision. Aiden Walker is there. He's to the inside of 1 and 2. How bold do you get if you're the 93? Final time to 3 and 4. Walker the prayer. Misses the quarter panel. River Page will come off turn 4 to win from the Kansas Speedway. River Page victorious as they tear him up just past the finish line. Duggan, Shamela, Finnegan Myers. All bunched up, but River Page won't go to victory lane. I think we have to do more Xfinity. Wow. Page victorious. We'll hear from other drivers. DeAngelis P2. He'll be the first one we hear from. And our night in America feeling victories all year long. DeAngelis, what a drive to come back for second.
I was gonna say before you interview River, me hitting him was not like a man. It was like a good win because I don't know how I got second. I'm pretty ecstatic.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, we may need to do Xfinity a lot more.
Yeah, I don't know what they did, but this car, you've heard me say it a million times, but it felt like Enter 2003.
It was awesome.
You sent it in, you waited on it, and then tried to fight it off and drift it off, exit. Pretty fun race. I wasn't up there the whole race because I had a speeding penalty, but it was pretty good. I don't know, there was a bit of a unbiased thing. There was a bit of a scrap between River laying back on the second to last restart. Everyone was on him on that. I don't know what that was about because I didn't see it, but people were saying stuff, and then something happened on the last restart, and then I don't know. It's the typical controversy, whatever. People trying to cheese, get ahead of each other. I think it's just very fun when you're not involved.
It very much is. Well, we're going to drag our race winner in. Congratulations on P2. River Page comes out on top.
Up?
Congratulations.
What's up, John? Thank you. Thank you.
Well, it was a fun battle. Walk me through it.
Yeah, man, that was a weird one. This car is just bottoming out every corner. We were just slipping and sliding out there. It's just no grip. Felt like the right rear was flat the whole time. I was trying to get something going there on that green flag run on the top, and it just kept getting looser and looser, so I needed a caution. And I saw that lap car, you know, on the outside.
This
and I
all
knew
started
something
with the lap car.
Yeah, I knew something would happen, and he hit Basin, and then I had to miss him, and while I was saving it, we got the yellow, and then I'm really not sure how Mubby came out in front of me, but he went to the bottom, and then I just kept her pinned on the middle, and I was able to get the momentum, and then I just chubbed him in 3 and 4. So wow, that was fun.
Let's start with now, I guess you could call it the allegations. Did you lay back on the restart?
No, I think I did what I do on every restart, which is get the car to my left in a clear view of me, so I could see when they're going. I run a really zoomed in FOV. I want to comfortably see him, so I can know when he's going. And I even lifted a little bit after he went, because I went a little early. I even lifted for him. I didn't do it. There was nothing dirty about that restart, John. He was clearing me into turn 1. I just drove right around him.
And here comes the big part. What did you see from the James Thurston situation, or what did you hear?
Oh man,
hearing, it is like
okay.
fisticuffs.
That was pretty bad. But in all honesty, me and him both thought it was the last lap. I just assumed that was a green white checkered. I didn't realize it was like 5 or 4 laps. So he was just going to the bottom. You know, as if it was the last lap, they didn't have a chance of catching me if that was the last lap. So he was just kind of throwing a desperation move in there. But he lost track of the lap count and took out 2 of the competitors, which is disappointing to see. They probably could have had a chance to run me down if they got in the line.
Well, want to point out the next session is up. For the ones that are wondering, we are going to Auto Club. Xfinity car, do we do it more?
Yeah, definitely. I've been on this car for a while telling you that we should do it more. This car is great.
Well, it was a lot of fun to see what River Page was able to come back, bounce back after basically getting kicked from you sitting on the racetrack, by the way, and you knew you couldn't do that.
I did not sit on the racetrack, John. I was just getting hit over and over. I just never had the chance to get off the track.
Oh, okay. Well, definitely from our view, it looked a little bit different, but nonetheless, a huge bounce back from Monza. This was definitely probably race of the night. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I didn't really like how Monza went. You know, I was up there with the shot, and my teammate and my good friend made a mistake, and he just took me out, and was just hoping for a yellow, and we didn't get it. So that was just a great way to turn the night around here, get another win.
Well, that is very interesting. Congratulations on your win, Braden Movick. We saw what happened. Your thoughts?
Well, as the leader, when you have certain people on the front row with you, you have a 0% chance of retaining the lead for the whole first lap of a restart when they decide to lay back.
I'm surprised he didn't call for a review, because if he called for the review, his restart could have been overturned.
Nothing happens on the review.
Yeah, it did. Ask Frank.
You only do it if they launch first, not when they roll back from a car length and have 6 miles an hour on me as I launch. They are 6 miles an hour faster than me when I launch. How can I defend that? It's not possible.
You know, let's look at the replay. We're still in here. The session is up, but I'm gonna look at the replay. What lap was it?
Like 41, 40 or something.
You were still okay. So yes, it was when.
Yes.
Okay, well, so we're gonna watch it here. You know what? Matter of fact, we're gonna get the overlays off too. We just want to see.
Go to far chase. Let's go to far chase.
Let's see. You know, let's play into this just a little bit. I'm really instigating right now, but let's see. Here's the speed, bottom left of our screen.
John, every single time I'm on the outside on the restart. If I'm on the front row with the leader, the worst I ever lay back is the door number, and maybe roll a mile an hour or 2. I don't lay back a full car length and build 5,
he did fire before you.
I don't do that. Yeah, and look at the damage it gave me, and that gave me all the drag in the world. And then his little teammate, friend, decided just to absolutely wipe out Medios. Absolutely just wiped us out. Not even close.
You said far chase, correct?
And when it happened,
let's see, because we would like to. We are going because we obviously need to crack down on it.
They
oh yeah,
it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
That is interesting. I want to know what the thoughts are for the viewers back at home.
Yeah, then one person decided to.
Now, at least from the naked eye,
Just
it does
commit
look like you did
murder.
fire before Paige.
Well, I didn't.
You
'cause
got
he
a
was
shot in the
firing
back
as
by
I was
Walker.
firing. Yeah, because he fired before me. They all fired before me. I'm in the middle of the restart zone, and they all fired before me. And on the backstretch, as they're getting I just get murdered by Thurston. It wasn't even clear by a mile. Like I don't. He knows what he's doing. Is that I don't know what's happening to him in the last 2 months, but he just has lost the ability to know where his car is. Turned into me. I tried my damnedest to full throttle and try to hook him and keep him from getting away scotch-free, and of course he does. You know, it's ridiculous. So from now on, like, what's stopping me? Like when they're leading, what's stopping me from laying back a car length and a half, 2 car lengths, and just building 10 miles an hour? I don't do that. Nobody else does that except for those two. They're the only two that do it. You could learn how to restart on the front row with the leader, like Joseph Armstrong has. He doesn't do that. He stays even with me and gets just as good restarts as me. He doesn't need a full car length of momentum. It's absurd. I only lay back half a door. I only lay back half a car. I put my front bumper right on the front wheel and build a mile an hour.
So I gotta ask this
to try to stay even.
Do you think that's how he got past you? Because it took a while for him to get past you.
Once he passed me, or like him jumping, got Walker to jump, and he gave me the damage. I didn't go yet.
Oh.
Him jumping gave, like, Walker started going when he went, and it gave me damage, and it causes try not to swear. Causes a lot of drag.
Okay. So that's
and
where
I
you're
had
coming.
no momentum off bottom. Yes, I have no momentum out of the corner because of the drag in the car caused by the restart damage. And then I just get absolutely run over.
Oh, we have heard both sides. Now the viewers can choose what they believe is right on that end. Now let's talk about something a little bit more uplifting. Xfinity, how was the car, including with the first time we're really trying this with the new setup?
Well, you know me. You know I hate that car more than anything on the planet.
Wow. I totally forgot that you're one of the few that do not like that car.
The Xfinity car in real life is the best car in the world. On iRacing, it feels like I'm driving the USS Saratoga. It's just not connected into the track for me. It's just something like I'm really good in trucks, really good at Gen 6, really good at Next Gen, really good at 87s, really good at Gen 4. Something about the Xfinity car is just doesn't click for me.
Well, I have to ask this though, doesn't it give us the best drivers
to figure it out?
Like, one thing I can say is I know when I put an Xfinity car on the schedule, whether it's fall, winter, spring, or summer, I see usually the best drivers and the most pull out of guys now come together because they love running it. Do you agree?
Well, everyone
that
has
at
their
least
own,
fun?
everyone has their own opinions. It's more fun now than it was before when the right front was 6 inches off the ground entering the corner. But I mean, everyone has their own opinions what their favorite car is. My favorite car is the Gen 4, which I think takes the most skill in the entire game. And look what happened when we did Gen 4s here for the e-ticket. What happened? Coke drivers, 1, 2, 3, and then me.
Interesting.
Shows who has the most skill.
So do you
And
think
it definitely proved it for
Xfinity? Do you think Xfinity deserves another e-ticket?
When did I say Xfinity? I said
I know
Gen
that, but
4.
I'm on the Xfinity topic. Do you think Xfinity deserves another e-ticket, at least off of what you have seen?
No.
Did you say yes? No.
Like what track would be good with an Xfinity e-ticket? And don't say Miami. Until we can run the wall in Miami the way they can in real life, don't do anything there ever. Never run there ever again.
Well, you seem to be very...
John, in what world is Miami a bottom feeding track? In what world? Not this one.
You seem to be very fired up. I will mention that.
Because I'm annoyed, John. I'm annoyed.
Are you joining Auto Club? Got a pretty nice feel for Auto Club.
Because this is a good racetrack.
Are you joining Auto Club? You are joining Auto Club. You are racing Auto Club. Well, we do have one more race left. I don't think we're getting a fifth one unless something happens late. So we'll see if we can get the Braden Mother 42 to victory lane, or do you think anything from Kansas carries over?
We'll see.
We'll see. That's a pretty positive answer. We're going to end it off that with Braden Mother, and that's just the difference. You hear it within the voices. You know, let's go drag in Zachary Truel. I've been eyeing that name a while now. I've been trying to see if we can get Truel on an interview. Zach, how's it going?
Good, John. How are you, man?
I don't know if you've been keeping up, but have you seen what happened in the last race?
I was in the last race. I didn't exactly see what happened. I heard there was some controversy on that last restart.
Yes, there was. Very much was.
Might have to go back and look at it in a little bit.
Are you running Auto Club?
Yes, I am.
Yes, you are. Well, talk to me about it. For driver demand, Auto Club is huge. Everyone loves doing Auto Club. What is it about Auto Club that continues to get drivers coming back?
Oh, it's so much fun, and you know, 5-lane track, and I think it evens the playing field a little bit too, I think, and I don't know, it's just fun, man. It's a fun track.
We're getting ready to roll with it, and it's honestly seems to be a fun track with anything we roll with. Cars Tomorrow, Gen 6, Xfinity, Gen 4. Is it just the most universal track that we go to?
I think so. Really, any car track or any car that you run here at this track, I think makes for good racing. You know, whether you run the Gen 6, the Next-Gen, even the IndyCar. I remember we put on a hell of a show when we raced the IndyCar here. So, and even in real life, it's produced some of the best races. So it's a shame that it's no longer on the NASCAR schedule and they've tore it up, but thankfully it'll live on iRacing forever.
We will continue to go to Auto Club for who knows how long. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Nice talking with you, Zachary Truel. We're going to continue to go from driver to driver. William Schmidt, you're the closer, man. I thought you were going to close that one out at Kansas.
Yeah, I was looking like that, and I threw myself in the wall and threw away any chance at that.
Man, well, it was fun. You can't lie. That was a very fun race here at Auto Club. And this is your bread and butter. You ready to rock and roll with it?
Hell yeah, I'm ready to rock and roll. It's my home track.
You seem to be more upbeat.
Last time I won here was my very first win for the COTs back in like January of 2022. I haven't won here since, so I kind of want to win here again.
I am excited to see how that all rolls. 2 minutes, 30 seconds. That's what's left on the clock. Nathan Scott goes top of the board. You've come to this track multiple times from what I heard.
Yep.
Just getting updates here. What was it about this track? What was your favorite race you ever seen in person?
Honestly, my favorite race I've ever seen in person, I'm gonna go with one of the Xfinity races I saw. I think it was 2023. It was the one where Brendan Jones killed the barrels. But yeah, that race was really fun to watch. It had pretty much everything you could ever ask for in terms of a solid race, as well as it had a decently length red flag. So it ended up going into the perfect kind of golden hour nighttime setting to finish off the race, where Cole Custer ended up winning. Easily one of my favorite races I've ever seen, so that's kind of my go-to.
Well, we're ready to see how this goes. 1 minute, less than 30 to go. Gen 6 in the Terrell package, is it still fun for you as a driver?
It depends. I haven't raced here in the Gen 6 in a while, but I mean, from what it seems a little tight towards the bottom, so I feel like cars are, although they're still probably going to dive towards the bottom, later on in the run they're probably going to run closer towards the wall, but still in that pack formation. But, I mean, normally, with a pack like this, if you get a bunch of people that know what they're doing, it's a lot of fun.
Well, we're ready to lock and load. Let's get ready to end this night off with a big-time win, possibly for William Schmidt.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
He's hoping so. I know other people are hoping so too. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
That is William Schmidt as we get ready to load in, load out. How about Gerardo? J-Rod, how's it going?
Hey, how's it?
Not a fan of that wreck, were you? That was unfortunate for what happened very early in the race. Whoa, Rick Fernandez, give it top of the board-ish. He's up to 4th. I said, excuse me, Fernandez, yes. Rick Fernandez, newcomer, NO9 in America, gave him some speed. J-Rod, see where you are right now. P10, how about it? Well, a couple things are changing. Obviously, you didn't get the run you want at Kansas. Can you pull out a win here at Auto Club?
We'll see. I'm feeling pretty good right now. Felt pretty good at Kansas, but I hit the wall, so. Yeah, that car was freaking loose.
Well, we're ready to rock and roll. We're ready to see. A lot excited for this final race. It'll be 30 laps. What do you expect?
I don't know. Last time I did this, it was pack racing, so I'm going to expect that again.
Well, going to be exciting to see. Let's lock and load. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
And that was J-Rod as we get ready to fire on off. Let's see if we can get one more call in before we light this fuse for the final time. Looking. Who wants one? I think Kenny Real wants an interview. Kenny, how's it going?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You're ready to rock and roll. I know you are. I can tell you're tired. A lot of people are tired, but you know what? They want to end the night with a great win, and then they're going to see 60 minutes right after this, almost like primetime NFL on a Sunday night. When you saw 60 minutes, you knew it was bedtime. When they see the checkered flag, they know it's bedtime. Is it going to happen with Kenny Real going to victory lane?
Oh, we're going to try. But who knows how this will go.
Oh, we're ready to rock and roll. We're ready to see how it rolls for you. Good luck. Final interview. If you want to be interviewed as a driver, make sure you join one of the Discord calls, and there's a good chance you can get dragged. We've been dragging a lot of drivers here tonight. We're excited to see what is next. Well, River Page will be on the front row. That will be with Nathan Scott. Scott will be on the outside, making it a Ford front row as we get ready to line up for what could be the final race of the night. Let's lock in just one more time. NO9 in America, fueling victories all year long. 30 laps of thunder from Fontana, California. Someone is going California dreaming. Let's find out who that is as we'll get the one to go when they roll off the grid. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and say those magical words. God speed drivers. You are go for throttle up. Field fires off. Time to go green. Time to go green. Field lines up. Opportunity at hand. Scott on the outside. Page on the bottom. Truel on the bottom. Fernandez on the outside. Pace car will make the hard left. And we'll get ready to try again. 3 races in the books. 40 drivers enter out Auto Club with one opportunity. Find victory lane on a Tuesday night. Let's light the fuse from Southern California. One spinning in the grass, Moss Stellar. Not the start he wanted. 4 wide already. That's for the 5th position. Hayden Rush. River Page. 3 wide, 4 wide. Fandel for about 4th on back. No one has given an edge. Page leads. One sideways, Andres Vaz. That's very deep in the field. Outside of the top 35. We stay green. Thurston, top of the racetrack. Page to the inside. Remember the controversy from Kansas. These two are allies. They're willing to work together if it means one of them get a win, but what are they willing to do when they're stuck toe-to-toe? Page and Thurston. Jammed together wheel to wheel. Rick Fernandez in the 6th position. Keep an eye on him. Newcomer to NR Night in America. Starting to see how this racing is right off the gun. Mulvick having to make up time. He's back there in 12th with Anthony Burrows. What a drive-through. From 21st up to 12th, now make it 11th. Anthony Burrows won't trouble Alexander Balderas. Goes hard and into the outside wall. They will not throw the yellow for him. We stay green. Burrows, 22nd, moving forward. There's another big hit. One to the inside. Too many incidents on the racetrack. The caution will wave. And that will be Rick Fernandez. That car's jumped. Lots to look back on from a lot of incidents. Let's just go back to the start. And let's start actually with the 87 of Mosteller. Watch him right here. It's Gavin Austin in the 22. They just don't get going into the outside lane, just collapsed on him. That's what started that initial wreck. We're going to watch towards the back half of the field to see what initiated the second incident. Gentry, watch Barras in the 84. And started with the 7 coming down, Riker Byram. That's what started the scuffle there. It just seemed to not be done. Watch the 95, Alexander Balderas. Nearly got help off turn 2. Pushed by Braden Mulvick. Drives into the corner. You can see the left side bottoming out. It actually didn't happen on this lap. It would happen on the next one. So let's skim through it. Watch Balderas in the 95. Inside part of the track. Oh, got help from Kenny Reel. And that's what floated him into the outside safer barrier. Watch Rick Fernandez. What happens with him? That's Josh Kenyon in the 27. Nope, check that. That's Zachary Trull in the 27. Fernandez got loose on turn 4. And I believe that's William Schmidt that got just right in the back end of the 28. Jammed him into the outside wall. So the caution is out for the first time. Pit road wide open. That's Dylan Basin in the 48. That was one of the drivers that got involved in the incident. with Daniel Mosteller. A lot to talk about. A lot of drivers have a lot of things on their mind. And we would love to continue to hear from them as the night rolls on. Most, John, you have been in almost everything tonight. You just haven't had things go your way. Thoughts on the start?
I'm going to keep my comments to myself.
Really, all of them?
Yeah.
Well, you got the caution, and you have a restart to come back out with it. Thoughts with the rest of the race? 25 to go.
I'll get wrecked again.
Okay. Well,
Give it a couple minutes.
Well, that is from Mosteller. That's his thoughts. Actually, you hear some drivers shutting the engine off and just coasting. Not sure if there is an issue possibly at hand. Douglas New Bigging, John Ramos, are you racing in this?
Oh wait, there's a race going on?
Yes, there very much is. I don't think Doug New Bigging knew about that. We'll continue to monitor. Wait, Riker Byram, you're involved in the earlier incident. What happened?
Somebody decided to hit the wall, came back down, caught me, and got us a chain reaction. So, well, okay, I'm heading back out there, so we'll see.
Well, that was that. Riker Byram giving the update on what he saw. 1 to go, lining up 2 by 2. They work their way down the backstretch. It'll be 24, make it 23 laps to go as we get ready for the restart. A lot of excitement on hand, a lot of drivers ready to go. As we get ready to go green flag racing. Chevy and Ford. Ford on Ford. .23 to go in the race. Basin, Thurston, Page, and Austin. Wide, 4 wide, nearly 5 wide for a moment, just outside the top 5, top 6. Basin Powers off corner exit. Trouble spin, Varas way deep in the field. Page in third. Gavin Austin, an opportunity, top end, has that of Max Steinmeier to the wayside. Nation wanted to squeeze Thurston. Thurston will open the door. Basin on the bottom. Thurston top end, still fighting for the lead. Nobody truly getting away just yet. Basin slamming the door on Gavin Austin. Schmidt in the wall. Does he save it? No, he doesn't. Huge hit to the inside barrier. Caution will wave. Wow. Braden Mulvick, Aiden Walker, all nearly getting a piece of it. Let's watch back. Steinmeier got into William Schmidt, and once everything came together, it was Schmidt getting the worst end of it. Wow. What a hit. That's very unfortunate to see. Yet another driver involved. And we may be seeing a recurring theme of not very happy drivers. Let's hear from Schmidt on the incident. Schmidt, you got me?
Uh-huh.
Your thoughts?
Just got accordion. Really nothing more to it. Just proper place on time.
Wow. Is that just the way the package is, or is that something that you kind of just saw coming from a mile away?
Just the way the package is, these pseudo super speedways, they rely you to just ride on the outside wall, because if you go low, you lose any sort of speed you have because the draft is so important. So, yeah, I don't really blame anybody on that. It's just the way this package is, I guess.
Well, very unfortunate we won't see you get that win tonight, but we're excited to see what's next for the Schmidt camp. Would you say tonight's an overall success?
Well, we did run well, so yeah. Let's see. We're not streaming on Friday. I'm not going to be here next Tuesday, so it's going to probably be a little while. So, yeah, I wanted to do well to, you know, obviously do well to send off for about a week, but yeah, this type of stuff happens. It's racing.
Well, very unfortunate on those situations. Good luck for the future. That's William Schmidt. He will be back, but unfortunately not back for at least a week. The lights are off, so we've got the one to go at hand. You put River Page in third. You throw the Gavin Austin machine now into the fourth position. You can shove Marty Shimela into seventh with Jerry Rodriguez up inside the top 10. And then you're going to have a restart with 18 laps to go. Thurston inside, Basin outside. 18 remaining. Basin flows to the outside of the River Page machine. Thurston pulling away by 2 car lengths. 3 wide, fanning out middle of the field. What a comeback from Osteller. He's up to 13th. Trouble Shimela right in front of him. Takes multiple machines around with them. Back half of the field relax. Yellows are on. We stay green. Basin inside. Thurston outside. Caden Ross up to the 6th spot with 17 left. To go. Three wide, that's for third. Page jumping into Thurston. Movic stuck in the middle, he got jammed up. Now finds company on the bottom. Caden Rush. Floats to the middle. $15 to go. Basin on the bottom, 3 wide, Gavin Austin. Smith is there. Rush is there. Max Steinmeier's up to P2. Can Jumpman find a win in race 4? 14 to go. First in near the fence. Steinmeier, Mundick, rolling in second. Everett Smith, Aiden Walker, Walker P5. Floating, swing, spinning. Connor Gray, no. River Page, Dylan Basin, and others. Caution will wave. Another one will bite with us. Situation bringing drivers together. Let's see it. River Page, Dylan Basin. They were laying on each other. I believe that actually may have been the 9 of Caden Rush that got a piece of it. It was. Watch back again. Page coming up the track. Rush actually had to slam on the gas. Around they all went. Pit road is open. We may get that one to go this time by. And we'll continue to chat with drivers. Lubbock, another caution comes out, but you've been moving up the field. You're up to 6. Lubbock, John Ramos got a copy. So, you've been moving up the field. You're up to 6. How you feeling?
Alright, it's alright. I got some damage, but it's,
Where'd you get the damage from?
the 20 car, not being able to push when Schmidt was pushing him. And then when the stack up on the front happened, that killed Schmidt.
Yeah. Well, what was the call here? Because you just took it. Bam, 2 tires. How about it? You've won races with 2-tire calls before.
Yep. It was a little tight with the damage that I have, so just to offset it, I have 2 tires. So, nothing to lose.
Do you think that's going to be able to hold off the James Thurston bunch?
Probably not. He'll probably self-clear himself again.
Oh, okay.
And recover one, so.
Well, we'll keep all that.
Seems to be his MO lately, which is quite sad.
So when do you think that started?
I don't know. I don't even remember. I took a little break after when I didn't have my PC for like 2 months. I came back and something changed, and he just doesn't know the dimensions of his car anymore, which was not a problem 6 months ago, but apparently it is now. And now I have to. Now, unfortunately for the field, we have to. Live with that, you know, to put our lives in these hands.
Well, it's going to be awesome to see. We will get the one to go. Marty Schmale will be given an L1. And we'll get ready to have you start up front. You'll choose the inside, I'm guessing?
Yep. So.
We'll get ready to see it. Good luck. That is the Braden Lubbock driver. You know, we haven't talked to Gavin Austin. Let's give him a bite here. Gavin, John Ramos, first race of the night.
I'm feeling pretty good. I've had some close calls. People's got wrecked at the start of the race. I don't know how I avoided that. I positions there, but I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. I think I have a good chance if I don't get involved in anything and keep my tires under control.
Well, the real question is, who do you work with the 9-lap shootout?
I really don't have anyone to work with. I'm all alone. Really. It's me, Zachary, Chris, and I think Zach's just back there. So, I'm pretty much alone. So I'm trying to. I gotta make some friends out here with track to work. It's gonna be hard. Until
It's gonna be interesting to see what you can do. Good luck.
Thank you.
Gavin Austin, ladies and gentlemen, they'll line up 2x2 for the restart. 9 left in this race. 9 left to find out who goes to victory lane. Lubbock on the inside, Thurston on the outside. Austin, Steinmeier, Mosteller, and Smith. Final laps for Model Club. Thurston, top side. Oh, Lubbock not able to clear off turn 2. Gavin's there in third. Watching, waiting. Mosteller as well. Look to the outside of the Ford. Thurston topside. Not able to clear Braden Lubbock. 8 to go. Most downstairs will help the 42. James gonna get the run to the center. Gets to the back bumper, Mosteller. Move to the bottom. Eric W. gifted a membership watching from home. 2x2 for the lead, 2x2 for third. Lubbock top shelf. Thurston. In tow, that's with Smith. Anthony Burrows there at 6. James Thurston clears. Now Most will be right with that 4. What can he do? Lubbock, the train on the outside, powers toe to toe. What a race. Gearing up for a possible great finish. Everett Smith has never won a race in NR Night in America. He's up to second. Burrows to the bottom. Thunders his way to the inside. Thurston up the gut. He's in the third. He's got to help Smith. Smith's got to get a run. James to the inside. Braden topside. 4 versus 42. 5 to go from Fontana. Motion to Thurston. He's got him on the hook. But what can he do on this end of the Speedway? Thurston, bottom of the racetrack, Lubbock in the middle. Riding on with Gavin Austin. And there's not really much you can do. You can see the car wiggling around in the turbulent air. Walker top end of the Speedway. Lubbock's able to clear on all ends. 4 laps to go from California. Lubbock leads. But for how long can he hold on to it? Smith looks wayside. Gavin Austin. He's in tow. He can't make a move. The 9 of Ross sideways to the inside. Oh, Max Steinmeier just gave him the lunge. It's a big nudge to the side of the 9. Everett Smith is one spot away from his first win in NR. Can he outclass the veteran? Many thought we wouldn't see a first-time winner. Does it come here? Three to go. Gavin Austin, the bottom. Pulls alongside the 4. Walker out of line. Two to go this time. 3 wide Page. 3 wide Mosteller. Contact with Jewell. Burrows to the inside. Pulls alongside. Even now with Gavin Austin. This night has been wild, it's been electric, it's been interesting to watch from any point of view. Now Burrows has a shot at this. 1 spinning, 2 spinning. Latter half of the field. Here comes Everett Smith. Smith to the inside of the racetrack. He almost cleared him, couldn't get it done. Movic powers off turn 4, he's in the wall. Burrows around. The caution will wave. We will see a restart here in California. James Thurston is junked. Anthony Burrows has damage. Zachary Trull the right front. Unbelievable. Wow. Oh, and he just caught the 10. Wow. And now how does the 4 respond? Get ready, you saw the Kansas reaction. Braden Movic is shown the race leader. I believe he has come down pit road. And he very much has. Movic is in. The rest of the field comes in. James Thurston is now elected to stay out. But depending on the damage, he may get an L1 penalty, which will result in him restarting from the tail end of the field. There's the right rear. Now, if he's going to be in jeopardy of affecting the outcome of this race, he will not restart as the top driver. They did not make it to the line when the caution flew. There's Everett Smith. He drifted up the track. Thurston gets into Movic once again. They both go into the outside wall. And then they just started tearing it up. Oh, that may be on James. Wow. Let's watch back. Right through him. You see Everett Smith go around. You see Anthony Burrows go around. Well, if you're enjoying this and you're brand new, feel free to drop a like on the stream. Those likes help us with the algorithm, helps us grow our base for NASCAR Night in America, and they're calling it James Thurston L1 penalty. He will drop to the tail end of the longest line. As a matter of fact, I don't think he's doing that because something is telling me someone got into him. We are looking. No, never mind. No one didn't get into him, but he will drop to the tail. So it'll be Landon Gentry, 33. It'll be Aiden Walker, 93. That will be the front row. As we prepare for the restart. The one to go. Pace car will make the hard left on the pit road. We'll get ready to try it again. Who's got what it takes? Gentry inside, Walker outside, overtime attempt 1. Most 3-wide move to the inside. Mosteller clears them all off turn 2. Paige Austin, top end of the speedway. Kenny Reel to the inside. Thundering through. This race is gonna be official. Salamanca, 1 to go from Auto Club. Mosteller started this race out with a lazy spin into the grass. Just 50 yards from the start. Now he's half away, should we say half a lap away from victory. Spinning goes Paige down the backstretch. Walker is there in second. The 93 will be too far back. Spin and win. Mosteller goes California dreaming, victorious from Fontana. And that will be how he closes out the night. A fan favorite going to victory lane, a wild night of racing. This Tuesday night edition has put you on the edge of your seat. Race fans want to say thank you to everybody that has tuned in so far tonight. And hopefully you got your money's worth of hanging out with us, enjoying yourself. Because we will be back next Tuesday at 8 Eastern, 7 Central on the IDK Player YouTube channel. More NR Night in America. It was wild, it was fun. And for that, we have to say goodnight as Mosteller gets ready to burn them down here on the front stretch. My name's John Ramos. So glad to have y'all with us. If you're wondering what I call in person, it is ASA, CRA, and National Fairgrounds Speedway races. My next race will be at Toledo. That will be strictly over the PA for the ASA Stars National Tour. My next broadcast will be in 2 weeks with the Owasso Nationals as the Jack Series All-Stars Tour gets ready for the semifinal race of their 2024 campaign. National Fairgrounds Speedway will be October 5th, pending an embrace, pending a TV-only broadcast, most likely September 28th. Update on that will be soon in the near future. So glad to have y'all with us, and I can't wait to see you with us next Tuesday. So feel free to subscribe, notifications on, as we say so long from Fontana, California.